Hello and welcome to the All Night Gamers podcast, episode 197. We're getting really close to that
Woo!
200 number mark.
Let's go.
Yeah, hi, hello, hi. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us for another edition of the show. I hope everyone that had to deal with the hurricanes doing okay. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff going on. We had some dams break up in eastern Tennessee. It was pretty scary. It looks like the Carolinas are going through it pretty hard. How was
So
it for you guys in Orlando?
I
Like
basically
nothing.
got to see what would happen if I did Hurricane Rideout, though. Guess we're all in there at the same time, and FEMA showed up 2 nights in a row and ordered from us during peak dinner rush.
Well, hey, they got to
So
eat too.
but it
Really?
filled the whole room.
Oh man.
It was most of them one night, and then the next night it was a much smaller group, so it helped a bit. But that
Oh,
first
so you're
night we
saying
had
the first night, the most of the room was FEMA people?
yeah.
That's crazy.
Grill stretched from where it is in the corner all the way across the entire register area,
Damn.
like the line to it.
Dang.
And most of the others look like that, but that's the line that was longest because everything there takes longer because most of it's
Or cooked to order.
made to order.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, as it should be, though.
Yeah, no.
But I guess the weather wasn't too horrible then?
No, the weather
No,
was
not
fine.
really.
That's good. I saw a video of a hospital in Tampa that put up like a water fence is what they called it, and on one side was like literally 10 or 12 feet of storm surge, and the other side was the hospital, completely dry. There was a dude standing on the other side, like checking to make sure everything was sturdy.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was pretty
Interesting.
crazy to look
Wow.
at.
I know, we're always designing new things for hurricane and water, and some of the stuff they design is crazy.
Yeah. Pretty clutch too. They just get to leave the hospital like it is, and
True, and that's
Mhm.
one of the most important things during
yeah.
peak hurricane.
We got really just a bunch of rain. Had some
Yeah,
bad
that's about all
some
we
bad
got.
wind,
Yeah.
like 50-mile-an-hour winds up here, specifically in the valley for some reason. I don't know. It just that always happens. But
We
that's
had
really about it.
some winds, but it felt good when it wasn't super hot.
Mhm.
But while it was hot, it was miserable with the wind.
Uh,
It just pushing around hot air.
the hurricane did that weird Fujiwara effect or whatever with the low that was over Arkansas. So there's a super low pressure zone over us right now. It's been pretty cool. I think yesterday it didn't get above 70 degrees. It's pretty nice.
Mm,
Yeah.
I bet
Oh,
that was nice.
This is the thing we talked about, right? Like how there was going to be two that might collide.
Yeah, the pressure low over Arkansas like grabbed the hurricane and spun it back west a little bit. Like they did a little rotation thingy.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. All right, let's get into the show here. Zelda Echoes of Wisdom is available now. I know at least a few of us here have played it. We'll talk about that a little more
Let's
in Collector's
go.
Corner.
Yes, sir.
Definitely have some words on the performance, but we'll get to that. Shigeru Miyamoto wants Nintendo to be left out of the Game Wars, quote, focused on high specs and performance. Well, yeah, no duh. You guys have been left out of that since 2006.
True.
So don't worry,
Wait,
no one's including
Oh,
you
is
in
that?
it.
That's when the Wii came
Yeah.
out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no one was mistakenly including Nintendo in the power race, so
I don't think so.
obviously given Zelda's performance, cough.
That's crazy.
That is wild.
Yeah, dude, it irks me.
Man, we actually got to talk about this.
Yeah, I know, it's annoying. But we'll get to that. Sonic Central, I guess was a huge Sonic event. I wasn't following.
Yes.
Huge is a
It's a
statement.
word. It's a statement.
Huge is a word.
It's a Sonic
Yeah.
event. Okay.
Yeah.
So a bunch of Sonic announcements. I get a quick roll off here. Sonic Rumble, an all-new mobile Sonic party game, coming this winter to both mobile and PC. Okay. Play with up to 32 friends and face new challenges, race through various stages, and collect rings to win and unlock a huge selection of cosmetic collectibles.
It's basically
Whoa.
Sonic Fall Guys.
Interesting. I like how the announcement says all new mobile Sonic party game, but it's also coming to PC.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's
It's,
because they're like, well, if it fails on mobile, we can fall back and just make it a PC game.
Right.
Probably.
That's not a bad idea.
They know we'll buy their scum.
Hell.
For Sonic Dash and Sonic Dash Plus, Ani Methiles, the Fearless Warrior Shadow, and the Delightful Dolce Amy? Are these new characters
It's-
being added?
Yes.
Okay.
It's essentially skins for those three.
Ani Methiles. I have no idea who that even is.
So, Methiles is the 06 boss.
That's why.
Yeah.
Direct translation, Methiles of Darkness. From Japanese.
Ooh, edgy.
Yeah. Big edge there. Sonic Dream Team. Shadow will be arriving in the mobile game later this year. Ooh.
That's all.
Yeah, this really is an event, that's for sure.
It
Sonic
is one of the events of all time.
Sonic Racers, Time Trial Mode, Rockstar Rouge, and DJ Vector character styles. Popstar Amy! Exclamation point.
Sorry, my bad. I removed a lot and didn't fix it. Rouge and Vector are unlocked by time trial, and Amy's available like now.
Okay.
I was really trying to reduce like the word paragraphs that the person who wrote like what
Oh
was
yeah, the
actually
person that
there,
cares
but-
way too much about it.
Yes.
Yeah. I had a little bit of dyslexia there for a second on DJ Vector, and I thought was about to be JD Vance, and I was like, "Are you what? JD Vance is coming to Sonic Racers." Dude,
No.
Let's go, baby.
that might actually be a top tier shit post. I mean, looking to make
Be like
it
Danica
that.
Patrick for All Star Racing
Yeah.
Racers Transformed.
Let's see. Sonic and Shadow costumes for all the monkeys in Super Monkey Ball are coming out. That's cool. That's probably the
In-
only thing I actually.
For
even-
promotion of Sonic X Shadow Generations.
Okay. Is it Banana Mania or the
The new one.
new one? Okay. 2 Point Museum is getting a Sonic exhibit, but only if you pre-order the game. Yeah, that's a great selling point, guys. I'm gonna go pre-order that shit right now.
You can put all of the characters, like your
Employees.
cast members, your employees, in Sonic and Tails.
That's so cursed, dude.
That's so
They
funny.
showed it off too, dude.
You could make
Like-
your entire business run by furries.
So great.
Sega
Oh, yeah.
furries at that.
Oh yeah,
if I can
Sega
find-
furries.
Let's go.
the world is right once again.
Sonic Speed Simulator on Roblox. Face off against a new version of
What?
Neo Metal Sonic, who's back for revenge. Man, they're even pushing out the Roblox updates.
I
Right.
did
Yeah.
find it, if y'all want to see the worker dressed up as Tails from the trailer. He's in the back right corner of this picture.
Oh no, dude.
That is
Oh
such a
god.
twist, man.
That's so good.
I don't know. I kind of love it and hate it at the
Wait,
same
Alex,
time.
where's the Sonic? Wasn't there one dressed up as Sonic?
I was just looking for pictures. I didn't pull up the trailer, but I'm not seeing a guy dressed as Sonic. I see a lot of kids dressed up as Sonic in pictures, but I'm not. Oh no, I found the Sonic guy. Okay, and Shadow. I'll post this one as well. Something went wrong. No, nothing went wrong. Is this Discord's dumbass? Like, oh, we dropped it because people weren't using 10 gigabytes. Yes, they
10
were.
megabytes. We were.
Whatever. Yeah, we were.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I've posted it.
Yeah, I mean, no different. It's just person in headdress
Sonic
and
costume.
gloves and shoes.
Yeah,
Alrighty then.
that'd be funny. If you pre-order the game, though, you gotta have a Sonic exhibit. You can't let that go to waste.
Chow Tales. Sonic Team announced a new animated web series called Chow Tales, which will include 8 episodes of whimsical shorts featuring the adorable fan favorite Chow.
Let's go.
Okay.
Question mark?
Who's Chow?
You don't know what the Chow are? Chow
Mm-mm.
Garden? Little tiny animals.
I don't.
It's like
I'm not a Sonic
it's like
person.
like top 3 best things that's come out of any Sonic game. It's the Chows.
Ever.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Sonic the Hedgehog is doing a crossover with DC Comics. There's going to be a 5-issue comic series with Sonic as the Flash, Knuckles as Superman, Tails as Cyborg, Amy as Wonder Woman, Shadow as Batman, and Silver as Green Lantern.
What?
They spent multiple minutes talking about this.
Seems like kind of a
think
waste of funds.
Seems kind of cursed, personally.
I think
Yeah,
it's
that
gonna be
too.
funny.
Yeah, but only in like a sick, twisted sort of way. Sonic and Lego got a trailer. Couple things for Sonic Cross Shadow Generations. Confirmed that Maria and Dr. Joe Robotnik are in the game. This is the first Sonic game in 16 years since Sonic Unleashed to feature humans that aren't Dr. Eggman. Great.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
That is insane.
realistic humans in the Sonic game. Love that.
No, not realistic.
They
Well,
exist. They're just not
yeah.
realistic.
Dark Beginnings, Part 1, September 25th, Part 2, October 3rd, and Part 3, October 10th. Is this a new game? Dark
This
Beginnings?
is
This is the intro to Sonic X Shadow Generations.
It's an
Okay.
animated series. It's 3 parts. It's really good, actually.
The first appearance of Emerald in 20 years since his debut in Sonic Battle, and the first appearance of Maria and Gerald Robotnik in 19 years since Shadow the Hedgehog. Also, the first appearance of Gun Soldiers in 18 years since Sonic 06.
Sonic Team has finally actually decided to use other parts of their series.
Yeah, the characters they have available.
Yeah.
Imagine. You mean they're not too busy putting Sonic into everything possible?
Mhm.
Correct.
Oh wait, I found it. Hold on. This is what Maria and Dr. Robotnik look in the new game. They released renders.
Why is he looking at her like that? Let's see. Dr. Joe Robotnik Journal uses early 2000s commercial aesthetic mixed with slight horror. Is this another series or something?
It's a trailer for the journal that comes with the pre-order button or physical
Yeah.
pre-order.
Oh.
Mhm.
It reminded me of analog horror, honestly. A little bit.
Interesting. All right. Let's see. Sonic movie trailer. Director says watch for Easter eggs while standing in front of stage 4.
Most likely hinting at we're working on the 4th movie already. Because what else does Paramount have going for them?
I mean, they wouldn't make them if they didn't make money. So,
So true.
True.
let's
No,
see.
they're good enough.
Sonic Forces is this a new mode, Speed Battle?
Speed Battle is a mobile game. They mentioned it during. I don't remember what they mentioned though. Probably some character joining.
Hmm. Okay.
But they only called it Speed Battle in the thing, or they only called it Sonic Forces. My bad. They dropped the Speed Battle.
Oh, Sonic Forces Speed Battle. Okay, that's
Yeah.
that's a whole new game. Okay, I was reading that wrong. That's my bad. Okay. Yeah, God, that surely was an event. Yeah, you guys hit that right on the money.
They literally posted the clip of Lego Sonic like on the official Sega channel or Sonic channel, whatever, whichever one they posted it on, as Lego Sonic saves whatever the event was called, Sonic Direct.
Sonic Central.
Sonic Channel.
That one.
Doesn't matter.
Who cares?
Yeah.
It will not be coming back.
I mean, it will, but hopefully they do something. I don't know. Make it more interesting.
Like
It was
animations?
Grant. You should watch it because it's peak E3 cringe.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Now we're talking. Now you've piqued my interest. Let's see. Sonic Twitter posted that Eggman plans to blow up the temporary second moon that's going around the Earth right now. I personally couldn't agree more. I think it's a huge threat to our economy.
That was the other big thing in Generation's first episode. It shows the blown up moon, which is the first reference to it actually being blown up since Sonic Adventure 2 released in. I'm actually not sure. Hold on. 2001. So 23 years.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay, and that's all the Sonic news.
Yeah.
Let's
Woo.
go.
Well,
I think that's the most Sonic we've ever talked about in a single episode.
I think so.
probably.
It's a lot of Sonic.
A little too much, if you ask me.
Yeah, I couldn't
You're
agree more
right.
with that.
Kill the series.
Bro, not talking about
No,
it at
I gotta
all
get
would have
this
been too
game
much.
first.
Okay. Sony also had a PlayStation State of Play. So
Alright.
we'll run through those. Astrobot kicked off the show. 5 new online speedrun levels and 10 new bots are coming to be rescued in sometime fall this year. So
They're putting Eve from Stellar Blade in there.
theoretically, by the end of November, right, is technically the end of fall.
Yeah, I hope it's sooner than that. I'm gonna be rusty for Astrobot by the time the
I won't
speedrun
be because I
levels
need to finish.
release.
Yeah, I still haven't gone back and beaten the final level yet. I haven't touched my PlayStation.
I have so many games right now, which is probably good because I can't afford anything else.
So true.
Let's
I
see.
rem-
The Midnight Walk from the creators of Lost in Random was shown off, which is
I
handcrafted in
remember this
clay.
photo. Oh, that's what it was. Yes, the clay game. It looks spooky.
It's gonna be like Frankenweenie, bro.
So true, so true.
Hell is Us was announced, published by Nacon, with a villain who looks like Spot from Across the Spider-Verse.
Interesting.
Okay.
I'm looking at this and I don't remember. And I watched it this hall.
I did not.
Metro Awakening VR was shown off with some gameplay for the PSVR 2 releasing on November 7th.
Woo.
Yeah, they're like, don't worry, guys, we have more VR games coming out. Metro Awakening. Yikes.
Hey, they never said they were good VR games.
That is true.
That's true.
It's a good
That's
point.
factual.
Arcade Chronicles by Kakao Games was shown off with some gameplay releasing October of next year.
Right, the online action RPG. I like one of those.
Pal World is releasing on PlayStation 5 today, which means it's available now. In the middle of the lawsuit too. That's interesting.
Yeah.
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 Well, I mean,
Who knows how long PlayStation players will have it?
it's going to be a long while before I think that company's
Anything
required to
happens.
take that game down or anything like that. So,
Mhm.
Factual.
the Lunar Remastered Collection has been announced, releasing spring of next year.
Right, this is 2 RPGs? Old RPGs? Put in like a collection together.
Okay. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge is getting a remix soundtrack, releasing today. Really, they included this as news?
Oh, it doesn't mention the other part from wherever you got this. They also talked about, but it had already been previously announced like 2 days before, the Lizards update. I don't
Okay.
remember. Hold on. There's Mondo Gecko and Mona Lisa and Radical Reptiles being the DLC.
Okay. I'm glad that they didn't save that for this, instead we're like, guys, soundtrack.
Yeah, soundtrack.
Let's
That's
go.
great. Let's go. Dude, that's so peak. Y'all think it's good as the Fortnite one?
I mean, the Fortnite
Well,
one
where
wasn't that
they-
great,
Yeah.
so
The Fortnite one, the straight up trash.
I wouldn't say it was straight up trash. It just wasn't great.
They got one of the characters' names wrong. Ralph.
Oh yeah.
Raphael. They called him Ralph.
Oh, you're talking about in the song?
In the
Yeah.
song.
Yeah. Okay, in the song they did call him Ralph.
Well, yeah, Raphael's too many syllables. Doesn't fit.
Yeah, but
No, they have gone
they
and
made it
fixed
worse.
it. They've gone back and updated the song to call him Raphael, but it doesn't fit. The
Because it
song
wasn't
was-
designed with his name
Just say
actually being
Raph.
Raphael.
Yeah, they say
No.
Raph in the show.
Why
No.
not? Why
Which
Ralph?
is the idea behind that was the idea behind the show or behind the song. But then they said Ralph instead.
Ralph, guys. Like Ralph Wiggum.
like Wreck-It Ralph.
Sonic
but I
Generation.
agree
Are
with
you
you.
good?
The best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Ralph Wiggum.
Bruh. He's
So
not
true.
a turtle. He's just a ninja. And a teenager.
Sonic Generations Cross Shadows. Shadows being voiced by Keanu Reeves in the movie pack.
Yeah, a DLC
Damn.
level set that's gonna be based on the third movie.
Oh, okay. That was a pretty cool
No,
voice
she-
actor choice, not gonna lie.
I
Well,
should think
he's
he got
playing him
paid
in
to
the
do that.
movie.
Oh, well then, never mind. You kind of had to do it. Fantasia Neo Dimension is coming to PS5 on December 5th. Everybody, stay in your seats. Dragon Age: The Veilguard got a brand new story and gameplay sequence, releasing next month.
Nice.
Alan Wake 2 DLC, The Lake House, was shown off, also releasing next month.
Man, it's so weird for Alan Wake and like its little built universe they've done with it and Control to actually be getting like an update stuff for Alan Wake when Alan Wake was like dead for ever. When did the first game come out? A long time ago,
Very
right?
long ago. Yeah. I need to sit down and give Alan Wake a really good shot, honestly.
Yeah,
I've heard
Alan
good
Wake
things. I
came
just
out
never
in
took the time.
2010, and then Control came out in 2019, and Control kicked off had an Alan Wake DLC, which is kind of kicked off this. thing they've been doing.
Hitman World of Assassination VR shown off with full dual wield controls, releasing in December.
That could be fun.
Yeah, but for how much? The question is, how much is it going to cost?
Probably a lot.
Yeah,
Knowing
more than
the
it's worth.
Hitman devs.
More than
Yeah.
I really want it to be.
I mean, the Hitman devs are like, you see this target, you get one shot to try to kill him. And if you fail, you can't do it again. So, I'm not really happy with that. For a single player game,
Yeah, I mean, I doubt the VR spinoff is gonna have that kind of restriction because VR is a bit too messy to do stuff like that, especially if it's dual wield controls. Like that means you can't even really aim that well. Oh no,
no, it's
unless
dual wield as in double guns.
yeah, or that's what I usually read it as. It could be
That's what
like
they showed in the trailer.
okay, then yeah, it's probably like a Unreal shooter or something.
No, it looked like levels, like from the game,
Oh,
but
well,
in VR.
don't judge a book by its cover because that's what I just did and I was wrong.
To be fair, you didn't see its cover.
Yeah, you
Don't
just saw a
judge a book
name.
by its title.
Don't judge a book by its title. Yeah. Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered was shown off, releasing in December. Fear the
Yay.
Spotlight from Blumhouse Games is releasing on October 22nd.
Okay. I think this is up your alley.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's like early Polygon, art style.
Okay. Looking at some images of it.
I didn't realize Blumhouse
Oh,
had a
it's
game
one of...
development.
A PS1 style survival horror game.
Well, I'll definitely make sure I buy it on PC because that's what I got promised from that other game I tried to play, but I got on PS5. I can't remember what the name of it was. And it was like way too made for mouse and keyboard. Yeah, I've watched
That's
I watch Queso play a lot of games like this. They're pretty interesting.
bigger problem with a lot of the horror games not designed by like big companies is that they only work with mouse and keyboard. Like they don't map it correct.
Yeah,
I'm way too.
and like I can only fault them so much for it because it's just to keep development costs down. It makes it really simple if you're just getting to program it for a PC and that's that.
Then kind of porting it. Resident Evil's one of the few that actually maps it correctly. But then even then some of the challenges are a bit too hard on console comparatively to PC. But that's now controller versus literally just point and shoot with a mouse. So
Towers of Aghasba, Aghasba, has been shown off and is releasing in early access this November.
I've never heard
Console
of that.
games get early access?
sometimes
Interesting.
I'm looking at this and I don't know. I don't remember it. It's definitely open world, but that's about all I can tell you. Game Rant says it blends Stardew Valley with Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. That sounds like buzzwords. Where's and uh Skyrim
Dark Souls.
and Dark Souls? Yeah, exactly. You got to get them all in there.
No.
Lego Fortnite is going split screen with the split screen update releasing for PS5. I don't know
We
when.
could have
Hilarious.
skipped this title.
So cool. There's also a Fortnite DualSense.
Yeah, Cooper's gonna get it.
What? What is it?
He's
What
not
does it look
listening.
like?
It's
I was doing math
blue.
homework. My bad. Wait, that's kind of peak. It's got peely and fish stick, bro.
Bruh,
Nah, I'm
Bruh,
kidding. That
indeed.
looks,
you're losing all credibility right now.
I'm lying. That looks kind of bad.
Losing.
Losing.
You're right. You didn't
What
have
did
I was
much
gonna
to
say
begin
I
with.
was
already.
gonna
It's already been
say,
lost.
Didn't have much.
Damn.
I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Never do that.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah, no, this
You're
is
on
kind
the show. You don't have credibility.
real.
Yeah, you lose all credibility as soon as you
You
join
lose
the
all
show.
credibility.
Really, yeah. Dynasty Warriors Origins has release date and is releasing on January 17th of next year. So, very, very early 2025 release.
I think that's the earliest 25 for.
Monster Hunter Wilds got a brand new story trailer and is releasing on February 28th with a special presentation coming September 26th. I guess that already happened. I guess we missed that. Monster Hunter
Dang,
Wilds
man.
got a presentation.
I was gonna watch that too, for real. I'm lying.
Was it just
You
a
didn't have to say that.
trailer?
It says a
Well,
special presentation happening, so I assume they did some kind of deeper dive into the game.
Yeah.
Lego Horizon Adventures got a brand new story and gameplay trailer releasing November 14th.
That is one of the Lego
Cool.
games of all time.
Yeah. Horizon Zero Dawn is getting a remaster. It is releasing on PS5 and PC. It's coming out October 31st, and if you own the game on PS4, you can upgrade it to the remastered version for $10.
Man,
Enough.
As
I think it's a little
I
bit
think-
silly.
it is, like, you know, obviously it falls into the category of like, haha, Sony remasters that they do all the time. But
Yeah.
I am glad to see that, like, you can get that upgrade for just, you can get the remaster for just $10 if you already own the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Because it would be really clownish if they didn't have that. So it redeems
But it
it
would
a
also
little bit, I
be
think.
kind of Sony-ish if they
So true. So true.
didn't do that.
Factual.
Yeah. I mean, that's,
I
you know,
want to
there's a
say
Venn diagram
Last
here.
of Us didn't have the remaster pack.
Oh yeah, no, well they knew people would buy that regardless.
Hmm.
I know, like both of the top two editions sold out.
It's not even that good.
Mm-mm.
Well, okay.
Let's move
My
on before
experience
Cameron
with the
gets
game
on
was
his
not that good.
Last of Us rant.
I
Different
that
strokes
is
for
going to
different
play
folks.
into that is going to play into the finishing topic. That is for sure.
Oh yeah, the price of Horizon Zero Dawn did double after they announced the remaster. There's the Sony. There's the Sony.
If only
True.
they
Nice.
didn't give it away during COVID for free, and I didn't already own it. So if I ever want to play it, I only have to stay free or spend $10 and play better version.
This is why you need a disc reader on your console. You can buy a copy of that game for dirt.
Yeah. And
Let's
then
go.
That's how I got mine. I'll probably pay like $10 for it. Stellar Blade is getting a photo mode and full original soundtrack.
man, they showed that photo mode off in the trailer, and it's probably one of the craziest photo modes I've seen, because they were letting you like throw in character models, like not just her,
Hmm.
but other
Like,
characters you
actually
had
looks
met from the
decent.
game. Yeah.
Let's see. Dead Space Doki Doki and WWE 2K24 are coming to PlayStation Plus. Woo.
Those are some of the games.
Man, I think they ran through this title because I don't remember hearing.
Those crickets are sounding mighty
yeah,
loud.
dude, what are they
Oh,
gonna say about
okay.
WWE 2K24?
Okay, that fixes my mind. I really wanted to know what Dead Space Doki Doki was supposed to be.
I think it's Dead Space
It's-
and Doki Doki.
Exactly. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Or it's this picture I posted.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, I just found that on Google. That's funny. Dino Crisis is coming to premium PlayStation Plus next month. Ooh,
Woo!
Ooh.
pay for that. Paying for that premium tag, really.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Last of Us Part 1 is coming to PlayStation Extra this
Cameron's
Thursday.
getting
That's
that.
available now.
Finally, I can play it.
Oh yeah, the Chroma collection was revealed. New console covers and
These are
controllers that are just new colors. I mean, yeah, I like the different look, but it's mostly just the same colors. Just
That green, I don't think they've done.
the green ones, yeah. I think my real sticking point is that like we're
They
just
do blue,
letting
purple, and
Sony get
red.
away with charging 60 plus for pieces of plastic and
So
like
true.
not even being derogatory towards a controller, actual slates of plastic that go on the side of your controller, legitimately pieces of plastic for $60 or $65, whatever kind of outrageous price they're at.
Yeah, it's wild.
Like you're telling me
No, it's
for
insane.
$10 more, you can build a controller than what it costs you to. Yeah, that's some BS. That's a rip.
Mhm.
Wait, it's just skins for the controller? I thought they were selling.
No, they're controllers, but I'm
Alright.
saying like if it costs $60 for you to produce quote heavy those plates, you're telling me it only costs you 15 extra dollars to produce a DualSense controller. That's how you know it's BS, bro. Those plates probably cost like 80 cents a piece.
They're the cheaper
No, yeah.
part.
Yeah, dude, it's stamped plastic. It's
I mean, honestly, they're
literally
mass
stamped.
producing it. It's definitely more than that.
Yeah, 80 cents is being generous. PS5 Pro got shown off a little more with some improvements in games, including Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Horizon Forbidden West, Stellar Edge, Dragon's Dogma 2, Metal Gear Solid Delta, The Crew Motorfest, Resident Evil 4, F124, Gran Turismo 7, Spider-Man 2, and many, many more. Ooh.
I like whoever you pulled this
Games.
from put hype.
Yeah, they are really fondling
Really?
Sony in this whole list. I've have
Crazy?
not. The Fortnite controller was in all caps. Fortnite controller has been shown off.
Did Cooper write this?
That's crazy.
On the Horizon Zero Dawn line, they say Horizon
wow,
Zero
it's
Dawn.
beautiful.
Yeah, in all caps. And here, this is the best one. This is the final announcement. Ghost of Yotei, the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima, was revealed releasing 2025. Holy shit, all caps.
That's
Bruh.
crazy.
Like they're literally pog. You can tell they're pog facing, and there's just text. They're literally like, even though it's like, hype for the $800 console.
Let's go! Woo!
$1,000 console. The
That is
PS5 Pro
wild.
bundle was $1,000 for the 30th anniversary, which is the one everyone wanted.
So, and now it's 5,000.
Uh-oh.
Say that again. That was super.
Yeah, I was like, I'm
robot.
gonna need you to try again.
We all like froze.
We're back
Hello?
now. You're still there.
Hello. You said
Alex, we didn't. Everyone else was fine. We
I think your Wi-Fi just
spiked
crashed for a sec.
super
Yeah.
hard.
You're good now, though.
Console's
I'm
now
gonna-
5,000 on eBay and selling consistently.
5,000 is pretty
Um,
low. I've
fuck.
seen 10,000, 20,000.
Man, I
Are they
should've tried
selling,
to buy
though?
it and scalp
I
it.
haven't checked that. No. So you're saying like they're actively selling for 5,000 though?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I should have tried to get one because I could use that kind of money. Wait, but they don't have it yet, right?
No.
It's just a pre.
There's a bunch of takedowns going out. I've seen reports of that.
I've seen there was a guy on Twitter saying my favorite pastime hobby is just reporting these to eBay and watching them get taken down.
That's hilarious.
That is pretty funny.
I mean, that's a pretty good pastime. Not gonna lie.
It helps
was
the
gonna
greater good.
say,
So
like, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
There's gotta be
I,
like chaotic good.
I wanna be able to sell a pre-order for $5,000.
Well, you should have bought it then.
Should have bought it.
You're so
Yeah.
fucking right.
Like that's just that's the down payment I put on my car.
Right. I told Cameron to buy one.
Yeah.
Did he do it?
You
No.
told Cameron to buy everything.
Well, I was busy going and getting Zelda.
Womp womp.
that's actually embarrassing for you, buddy.
Womp womp.
$5,000 would pay 2 of my loans, like individually, not together.
$5,000 could have bought you like 100 Zeldas.
Nah, for
That's
real.
so true.
That is so true.
But why?
I don't know.
Good point. Actually, I will take 100 Zeldas. Thanks.
I didn't say they had to be
Look,
all the
at
same
least-
Zelda.
At
You just
least
could
then
buy
I'd have
100 Zeldas with
games.
them.
At least then I'd have games.
True.
Real.
Look, you have enough money at that point. You can buy every single Zelda.
That's
Doesn't
also
matter.
True.
I
And
mean, yes,
the most
but,
you'll spend on one is still Four Swords Adventure.
but you could easily warrant 4 swords at that point.
You buy 4 swords and 4 copies and 4 Game Boy Link, and finally you can play it how it's meant to be played.
Real.
Alone in the closet?
Now with 3 friends.
Kyle gets it.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
y'all played that game differently than I did.
Okay. On to Collector's Corner, the weekly segment where we go around talking about things we've been buying and things we've been playing and the PS5 Pros we've all bought for $5,000.
So true.
Spin the wheel. Let's see who's up first this week.
Not Cameron, not Cameron, not Cameron, not Cameron.
Cooper.
Ah, you bitches.
It was close. It was close. But it's
Oh.
Cooper.
Let's go, the GOAT. Yes, sir. We all been waiting for this day, baby.
All right, shut up.
We've all been waiting for this day.
Said no one ever.
Wow.
They ruined. You know what? Barrett picking up my call, that didn't ruin my day. It was you right now.
That's
I believe
crazy.
it.
Let's see. So I've been playing a good bit. Nothing too crazy. I've been playing a little bit of Fortnite.
Boo.
The new season's pretty crazy. The anniversary's going on. Apparently,
Wait, is it
Fortnite,
not? Is it still the Marvel?
Yeah, it's still the Marvel.
Hmm.
Apparently, it's a 7-year anniversary right now, which is crazy.
Damn, it has
been
been
Yeah.
7 years, hasn't it?
We've been
Yeah.
suffering with Fortnite for that long.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Pain.
And it's gonna keep going because Disney put a lot of money.
because I was gonna say Disney just came in. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see.
It's gonna be really funny if Disney puts all that money in and then Fortnite dies.
That
That's
would be
so true.
hilarious.
That'd
That would
be-
be hilarious.
That would be
insane.
so funny.
It would actually be kind of funny.
No,
Let's see.
because they made a ton of money off of people buying Miss Incredible.
That's
Well-
also true.
So
True. Let's see.
I dare you to make an argument that doesn't make sense. How about that?
For real.
That's crazy.
What?
Hey, you heard him.
Literally. Let's see. I played the game of the week, which was
We can't talk about it yet.
I got some words. I got plenty of words about it. There's a game I actually played for once for the game of the week, so I actually got some words, and I got some good words, and some unkind words.
We have some words.
We have some words, plenty of words. Let's see. Played some Mysterium. That was a lot of fun. Grant's got to get
Mysterium is fun.
Mysterium.
You should get Mysterium, Grant.
I should, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You should.
Alex, did you ever get it?
No.
Didn't we determine that Alex's laptop probably can't since Haley's can't?
No, we determined that Haley's can't because hers is
too
weird
new
and can't open
or
it.
something. I don't
But
know.
Yeah,
Alex
but Alex
probably
is
can
also
if
Oh, this is that Clue style game that's like not Clue,
Yeah.
but kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. It's pretty fun.
it was alright.
All right.
Don't even
No,
lie, bro. You enjoyed it.
You better say it was fun. Don't make me roll up. Don't make me roll up.
I know where you live, bro.
Hey, you don't.
I got you, Kyle. Don't
Cooper
worry.
does. I'm saying Cooper does.
Let's see. Played a little bit of Lockdown Protocol, which was also pretty fun.
You know what? You live at 134 Orlando Lane. I already know.
Legit.
Yeah, let's keep that and just keep going.
Let's see. Cameron lives at Bay Lake, Florida,
Cooper?
34747. Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park address. Oh wait, not that part.
That's right. I do live at Disney's Animal Kingdom.
So
Yes, you-
true. Let's see. Yeah, we played Lockdown
To the
Protocol.
point, obsessed?
Obsessed. You are. Me too.
Yeah, I already said correct.
No, I said it. Anyway, yeah, we played Lockdown Protocol. Alex was able to run it, I think.
No, he was. Like, he was straight up able to run it. He just said, I'm done. I'm leaving. And he left.
He did. He wait.
I
don't
went
like
to
this guy.
bed.
No,
Did I
Cameron said
fucking
you were
ask?
up. Cameron said you were up at like 6 in the morning, bro. So
Cameron's a liar. I went to bed.
No, I believe Cameron.
I
Cameron
believe
doesn't lie.
Cameron, I've never
Oh, I
heard Cameron
definitely
lie.
lie. I definitely lied.
No, I've never heard it, so it's never happened.
Never heard it. Never happened.
I went to
And-
bed and then woke up at 8 a.m. the next morning.
You know what? Likely story, bub.
Liberal lie. Liberal lie.
That's crazy.
He's crazy because you know it's true.
All
Let's
right.
see what else.
What
was
you
up?
got?
Nothing too crazy though. I worked a bit this weekend.
Nice. Me
Other than
too.
that- so true. And honestly, was it busy for y'all? Because it was like a little bit, but nothing
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, it wasn't like the past two game days have definitely been worse than this one, but
Yeah.
there was like just people crawling all over the place. It was very steady, but it wasn't
Oh,
like
yeah.
busy.
Yeah, no, it wasn't like I never
That's
felt
weird.
swamped. It was like sure it was like waves, but never felt
Well,
swamped.
Gilbert, to be fair, you weren't gonna be getting the visitors.
Yeah, no, since we're not downtown, yeah.
Yeah,
They're close.
We are pretty
Not
close.
as
They're
close as me.
But like
Real Kyle's
Kyle's
literally.
downtown.
Ain't nobody walking.
Mm-mm.
yeah.
See, did I play anything else? Oh yeah, Game of
That's
the
actually
Week.
true. Nobody was walking. Pretty much everyone was stumbling, Grant.
That checks out. I mean, if I had to watch that, I would too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Real.
fair.
Although it was the Sooners just as much as it was the Tigers, so
Yeah, but
You
that's
never
because
know.
they had to come down to the south.
uh,
Oh yeah.
well, they would have you believe that Oklahoma is in the South, but we know the truth.
Ooh. Okay, so I bought something.
Yeah, they're wrong.
I forgot
Oh,
about
what
that.
did
That I
you
bought this.
buy?
So
Uber
I'm waiting
bought a
for it
thing.
to come in, but I'll go ahead and show y'all. I got this. The original price of this was $80, right? And I'm looking through eBay just for fun. A lot of people are selling it, for like 180 and stuff like that. I'm like, that's crazy. I see this guy, he's selling it for $40. I was like, you know what? I'll keep an eye on it. Why not? I'll show a picture in a sec once I can get one. It's not. Fine. This guy's selling for $40. I was like, okay, I'll put it in my cart. It was like 4 in the morning, so it's like, I don't want to make an impulse purchase. I'll put it in my cart. We'll
Hi,
see.
Haley.
Hi.
Welcome to the
Haley.
show, Haley.
Welcome to the show.
What?
You're in time.
Oh.
You're in time for
I've still got her at 200%. Okay. Ooh, that was about to be really
Oh,
bad.
yeah, we fixed that.
Right, we fixed your audio so Grant's like,
But yeah, so I put it in my cart. I went to work the next day, and then the guy was like, "You know what? $20 off, $20." I was like, "I'm picking this up," and it was that's a really tiny picture, but it was the button edition of Among Us.
Of course it was.
I
The
mean,
collector's
honestly,
edition
for
is
$20,
cool.
bro, you obsessed with Among Us harder than literally anybody else I know on this earth. So
That's fact.
you
Literally.
bought
it
it?
fits.
I bought it.
Oh man, I have to rethink your birthday gift. Like actually now.
Oh, whoops. My fault. OG.
Tragic.
Look at you making shit harder on Alex, bro.
My bad. Yeah, I'll tell him to return it. Take it back.
Wait.
Luckily for you, Cameron hadn't even thought about it yet.
No, wait. I think
I was
already
waiting
got-
to get paid on Thursday and then I was gonna
I'm just
buy it.
joking.
And Cooper's
Oh,
like,
dude,
"He
that's
bought it?"
crazy.
Hey, just be happy you found out beforehand.
Yeah,
I
for real.
know.
Imagine.
That would have been
That's
tragic.
that
That
would
would have been
That
so
would've been
tragic.
so funny.
You come down to or come up to Auburn and it's just like, oh look, Alex, look what I got. Well, damn, don't open your present, I guess.
Bam.
Give me that gift back.
Alex is like, it's fine, I'll just take it. It's mine now.
Real. Cameron, what were you gonna say?
I don't remember. But my head's hurting, so memory is
Real.
downgraded to emergencies only.
Oh,
Yeah, bro, he's been inhaling all those rubber,
car
Car
rubber
fumes.
fumes, all
fumes.
those random carcinogens, assorted varieties.
So true.
Also
Yummy.
smoked because I burned Ego.
Yeah,
You
that's
burned
true.
an
Alex.
Eggo?
Alex.
How?
I have like.
I put it in the microwave and it burned.
Who
Toasters.
microwaves Eggo?
Toasters.
Oh,
I have a
oh,
toaster.
banned.
It's
You're
a
banned.
toaster
You're
waffle,
Why
banned.
don't you
bro.
have a toaster?
It's
We
a
have a
toaster
toaster.
waffle,
I didn't see the toaster.
Wait,
bro.
You're
Are
so
you
bad,
high?
dude. What the hell?
Dude,
Are
that
you
is, like,
literally like
definitely,
on the
like-
clouds right now?
Gotta
Yeah,
do you
dude.
not-
What are you smoking? And can I have some?
Yeah, right.
This was last night.
we have a toaster.
I know. I
That
Tell that
saw
to
it
Alex.
after.
wild, dude.
Dude. Ew, bro. Microwaved Eggos? It was probably
It'd
all
be too
soft.
soggy, bro. Yes.
Ew.
It's probably
Bro,
soggy, bro.
I'm genuinely disgusted. You're
It
so
was
banned,
soggy
dude.
after I threw it in the sink
I'm not,
to get
I'm
rid
not
of the
quite to the
burn.
disgusted level, but I'm definitely like very
Dude,
uncomfortable
what does that
in my skin
smell
right now.
like? Burnt Eggo from like microwave burnt, not
Microwave.
not
Chelsea
toasted
thought she was smelling toast. I'm like, okay, well, I
Okay,
have to
okay,
at least make sure that we're not having
yeah. What does that mean?
a
Se-
stroke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Alex was having the stroke.
Apparently.
Clearly.
Correct, because I was like, ah, yes, microwave for Eggo. I was like 2 minutes, and then it wasn't correct.
Dude, this story keeps getting
2
more
minutes?
absurd
This
every
is getting
sentence you speak,
worse
bro.
and worse,
2
bro.
minutes?
That's not even worthwhile. You can wait 30 seconds in the damn toaster.
Don't you have to wait
It was
that long
still
in the damn
frozen.
toaster? Yeah, because you're supposed to microwave it.
That is wild.
You psycho.
Yeah, dude, this is
Worse
this
and
is
worse.
criminal behavior,
worse.
dude.
The whole 2 minutes you waited, you could have looked for the toaster. I'm sure.
Bro, Alex is gonna be the next Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm calling it right now.
For real, like,
I
can
don't
we
know
get
who
Dr.
that
Phil on the
is.
phone? This is
Right.
That is wild.
anyway.
That's why you don't admit things, apparently, because you just get
It
yelled
starts
at.
off as microwave toaster waffles, and then it's gonna end up being microwave man flesh.
Ew.
Yeah, it starts with microwaving
Oh.
Eggos and it ends with you overdosing on heroin in a dumpster.
Yeah.
I'm too poor for that.
Yeah.
You think that
It's gonna
now,
be-
but
it's
wait
gonna
until
be-
you try heroin. Your attitude's gonna change real quick.
Oh my goodness.
Like, actually, Cameron, can I get that bad alternator back? I think there's like some copper in there.
Alex, if you're gonna end up ODing in a dumpster, just skip the middle stage of heroin and go straight to Fent.
Yeah, just at least that way you die after one time and you don't have to go through
Yeah.
all the horrors.
That way you don't have to. Yeah.
Just kill yourself with Fent. That's go out blazing. All right. Anything else, Cooper?
Other than that, I've just been
Oh, yeah,
kind of
it's still Cooper's turn.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, just been chilling more or less. Class got canceled, so my sleep schedule last week on Thursday, so my sleep schedule was like so whack because I haven't had to get up early since Tuesday last week.
I know.
Damn, that was like 10 seconds behind.
Yeah. Discord is dying for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know my schedule? That's crazy.
No, because you're like, time to stay up, Alex, and dude,
That's so
two
true.
nights in a row, you and I stayed up talking about nothing. After
Real.
my work, you're like, no, you don't need to go to bed yet.
Yeah, I wasn't
That's when you
tired.
say yes, I do, idiot.
And then
Hang up the phone. That's when you push end call and you go to bed.
Then Cooper calls back.
All right, I'm spinning the wheel.
Block number.
That's true. Cooper will call back.
All right. Speaking of the devil, Alex, you're up. What did you do besides burn egos in the microwave?
Oh no. I played Vampire Survivor, which
Oh,
I
bringing
haven't
that back
played
up.
since I beat it. There's so much new stuff there.
Oh, you're cooked.
Yeah, there's so much. There, you know the purple tarot cards, right?
Yeah.
They've introduced a new tarot card thing.
Oh, good.
So you get the first one and it flips over, and there's 22 new slots. Only 4 of them are in the game right now. I don't know. I guess for the base game they haven't introduced a lot, but there's 2 DLCs that I haven't played. So there's all the base game stuff, and then there's those 2.
Well, time for another binge, I guess.
Yeah, if I want to do that. But I don't know. Sometimes it's just fun to play that mindless game, but I've got other games to play.
But to
Game of the
Two-day game
week,
here.
which we'll talk about.
True.
Resident Evil 6 a little bit.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. I really want someone to play with me. Hint, hint. Cameron.
Get a wife, I guess.
Get a wife.
Damn.
Hey,
Get
baby,
a
you want to come
wife.
back to my place and play Resident Evil 6?
Hey, look. Depending on the girl, he might actually be able to pull that off. But like,
Let's play the
Yeah,
worst
girl.
Resident Evil.
That's a good way to check for red flags. If they say yes, run.
We'll play the worst one. And we're going to start on the last campaign because I need to beat that one. I played a bit of Sly Cooper. It plays like it released. That's my feeling on it.
It plays like it
Like the
released.
controls are like what you would expect from what, a PS1 game, PS2 game,
PS2, I think. Yeah.
PS2. But I think before they went, hey, let's add sticks to the controller.
Was the original Sly Cooper?
My bad. Just
Let me see.
wait.
Yeah, no, that was all
No, the-
on PS2.
PS2 and PS2 had sticks at the beginning. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Early PlayStation stick game then.
Yeah, I mean, there was like a time, like you can like cut down the center of gaming history when there's been joysticks and be like, okay, so if you play a game before 2006, the joysticks are going to work like this. And if you play it after 2006, they're going to work like this.
Yeah.
Like they kind of work, but
yeah, it's just
I mean,
like it worked at the time because we didn't have anything better to compare it to. But now that like everybody's in agreement on what the sticks should do, that going back to one of those
Mhm.
earlier games when it was kind of like uncharted territory it's a little messy.
Game's 8 hours long. If I ever want to just binge it, I could beat it, probably. It's just doing the controls. It's like the original Resident Evil in the idea, like on the GameCube,
Mhm.
where you can use analog or you can use normal controls, but the normal controls are, oh no, the normal controls are a bit weird, but they work like you would expect them. But the game is obviously designed around analog controls. Not analog, tank controls. But you won't catch me playing tank controls. I don't want to.
Fair.
Like Cooper, I got dragged to Lockdown Protocol.
So true.
That's true.
In the first round, we started it, and I got stuck in the launch room. So I was standing up there with my hand against the glass, watching everybody else have fun, like the
Okay.
Squidward meme.
But then, literally on every other round that you played, you
I played-
actually got to play the game. So
True, with
And you-
8 FPS.
yeah, well, you still got to play the game, and you did get several kills. So
I got 0 kills. What are you talking
you
about?
told me. Wait, no, that was Cameron. Never mind, you got 0 kills, but you almost killed Cooper. You were quite close.
You were really close.
I didn't feel close, but I guess I was. A little bit of Sims 4, but not much. And then the most important
What are
one.
you doing, bro? Who plays Sims?
Me.
Oh, what?
Joel?
No,
Only
wait,
white
don't
women.
set him off, bro. He's gonna go on his incel rant like he did last week.
Okay, bro. You're so funny. I bet you feel real proud about that one, don't you, Grant?
I am, dude. Everybody's laughing. I mean,
That's pretty
look
good.
at you, bro.
The whole squad laughing.
And then I've put a lot of time into Echoes of Wisdom. I have not done the second dungeon yet, or any of the main story after I freed the first lady. But I have 10 hearts.
Oh,
And
so you've just been
40
doing everything else.
Yeah, there's only one map area I haven't been to.
Wow.
And it's because I can't get in there. It's at the
Nice.
very top in the middle. It won't let me in. So I've collected like
Right,
24 heart containers
Well,
and like 40 of the little might crystals that upgrade your sword. And I have 24 out of 25 stamps.
Nice.
Alex, there's a chance you just like missed what you were supposed to do there.
I threw the wind guy at the ice door or the snow pile and he couldn't move it. And then I threw a magma guy at it
Oh,
and he
shit.
couldn't move it. So no, I
Oh,
can't
shit,
get
you've
in there.
actually- Oh, so you've been on the mountain.
Yeah,
Fuck.
He's been everywhere.
yeah.
Real.
I wonder if the Switch will tell me how much time I put into the game.
No,
Not
'cause
until a
you're
week out,
only- You're less
or
than a
10
week out.
days.
Okay,
Okay, real talk. Can the Switch 2 or whatever
have
give us
more a
the
play log.
3DS or Wii U playlog style and not this fucking bullshit
Have
of
all-
you can't
have
see it
all
for
the
10
features that
days.
were available on previous consoles, please. Thank you.
Just
So-
like, or at least like the modern style one, fucking usernames, please.
No,
Yeah,
we won't do
usernames,
usernames.
themes, proper playlogs.
I mean,
So
you kind
I
of have
only
a username.
really started yesterday. It says I played 3 days ago on my Switch. That's not true. I launched the game and then closed it. I've done all this since yesterday.
Dang. All right. Well, spin the wheel. I'm up. So played a lot more Deadlock. They pushed a huge update out right before the previous weekend. They got a new character, bunch of new buffs and nerfs and whatnot. They keep nerfing Bebop, which is annoying, but I'm still sticking
I
with them.
tried
They
to
nerfed a lot
download
of items
Deadlock
too.
because
Yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe they'll give like an alpha badge. Yeah, I couldn't download it because it's 40 gigs.
Yeah.
Well, Sorry.
and our Wi-Fi keeps crashing, which made my laptop get mad and like freak out.
Dang.
And Cooper couldn't he downloaded it, but then every
Really
time he
wouldn't
loads it up, it can't run. So I don't know what to do about that.
Yeah.
That's
Because I was
interesting.
trying
so
to push
I've-
him to play with me.
I've uninstalled it just to prevent that from
I know they
what got
nerfed,
downloaded.
They nerfed Kelvin too. They made his laser way less strong. It doesn't slow. It doesn't slow as much, and it ticks slower.
They keep buffing
See,
Abrams, dude. Abrams is so hard to fight.
I think the best way to do a game is buff everybody across the field and make them all broken.
I
Well,
mean,
no,
it's Valve.
because then
That's
there
kind of what
becomes
they
no
excel at.
then it becomes no strategy. Just becomes vomit every ability you have and hope you win.
I do think it kind of needs to be there are times when I wish they would buff instead of nerf,
I mean, they
across the board.
yeah.
But those times are pretty few, and it's usually whenever everyone feels pretty underwhelming.
My
Mhm.
favorite update that they pushed out is involving the new anti-cheat system. If a cheater is caught in the game, the entire rest of the lobby is given the chance to vote on either immediately quitting the game or turning the cheater into a frog that cannot do anything and playing the rest of the game. Both options, the results don't count for or against you, so it doesn't matter.
That's kind of sick.
They do say that the anti-cheat is pretty conservative right now, so it's only going to catch really blatant stuff, but they're developing a V2 version that's going to be a lot more stringent. So, yeah, super awesome update.
What do you mean? I would vote frog most of the time.
Oh yeah. Everybody
the
I played
frog
with
is
was in agreement
hilarious.
on that. We're voting for, if we see this, we're voting for the frog.
Have you seen it yet?
I have not. Mm-mm.
I haven't either.
But I hope I do, because it just sounds so perfect. I've also
It'd be
played
hilarious, too.
a decent bit of the new Zelda. I played the game of the week. I fully played through all the special levels on my Super Mario World save on SNES Online.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, dude, those levels are crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see. I played some Earthbound randomly. I got Assetto Corsa set up on my PC. That game is so complicated that there's a free download called Content Manager that's open source. That's literally to manage Assetto Corsa, to where you can set up a race on a way simpler UI in Content Manager, and then just click go, and it'll boot up the game with all your settings already put in, instead of having to do it in the game.
That's cool.
You want to talk about that's a serious racing sim game. I mean, it is no nonsense, no frills, 100% accurate. I downloaded a Civic Type R mod, so I've got my car in the game, fully stock and everything. Very, very difficult, because even Gran Turismo 7 provides a lot of assistance that you just don't really think about or recognize that Assetto Corsa does not have. It's very unforgiving, but it's also incredibly realistic. It's super cool. You can modify every single thing about the game and the cars and the track and the weather. If you can think of it, you can change it.
What's this game called?
Assetto Corsa.
Sounds dope.
I was about to go buy it.
I'm not gonna buy it, but I might wish
it's $5.
Oh, never mind.
And you can download. There's car packs you can buy, but you can also just download mods of custom built cars of anything. There's not that many cars in the base game, because it's mostly focused on GT cars and super fancy, really fast cars for racing.
Yeah.
They don't have any Hondas in the game at all. I had to download the Type R I wanted so I could drive it, but
Say on the Steam ad that I'm looking at, it showed an Alfa Romeo, then 2 Lamborghinis, then a Maserati. So
yeah. Funny enough, they do have both Ford and Chevrolet in there, but that's because Ford's the Ford GT.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure. The Corvette, Chevy Corvette.
The Grand Sport, probably.
Yeah. I can't speak to how it is with a controller trying to play without a sim. rig, but I do know with the sim rig it is very unforgiving. But I had a lot of fun, and you can set up practice laps or hot laps, do time trials. You can set up races between you and other cars and change their difficulty on a percentage level. Really, really granular stuff, and it's super awesome. Really worth $5 if you are trying to get into that.
Yeah, the fact that it's on 75% off right now, might have to cop.
Is that gonna bust your rent money?
You know what? I think I can spare $5. This month, next month it might not be the same.
You'll have to go one meal without the big boy version.
Yeah.
Everything in the meal.
It was funny when I first set it up. I found a preset controller layout for my sim rig, so I was like, "Oh, perfect!" And I did that, and I went into a practice lap just to get a feel for how it's gonna work out. And I pushed the clutch, and the engine revved all the way to red line. And I was like, "Okay, that's wrong." I had to back out and go and manually assign everything because that preset was completely wrong.
Damn.
But yeah, so got that up and running. Watched Auburn football blow a fourth quarter lead to Oklahoma. Sad Auburn life. Love that.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Oh yeah, I got the little acrylic thingy that came with the Best Buy pre-order for Zelda.
Aw.
It's a little
Nice.
cooler in person than I thought it was going to be. Honestly, I was shitting on it pretty hard, and I mean, I would have pre-ordered the game anyway because it's Zelda. But it's a cool little thing. I've got it on my desk next to my
The-
Stardew
The
Valley display.
amount of people like all the Best Buy ratings have put the game down because they didn't in their pre-order.
That's fair, honestly.
Yeah.
You don't promise a pre-order bonus and then fail to deliver it.
Yeah, but Best Buy does that a lot.
I mean, I've basically never had any issues with Best Buy. Like, I'm not trying to
Yeah.
stand up for the big corpo conglomerate over here, but to be fair, the reason I went to Best Buy is because everybody else gives me problems all the fucking time, and Best Buy is the only one that's
That's true.
always like it's available at 10 a.m. right when they open on release day. They're like, yeah, come pick it up. I always get my pre-order bonus and never had any. Target's the one that screwed me over on pre-order bonuses.
Yeah.
I used to go there.
With my last Best Buy orders, like the one here, so my Sonic Generation is still pre-ordered at Best Buy. I'm just shipping it home this time. Though.
Fair. I think it's
Instead of
more
being
like location specific, really, more than anything else.
Oh,
if I had to guess,
absolutely.
so.
It's whoever's like running the store versus
Yeah.
big corporation.
Yeah.
All right, Cameron, you're up.
All right. So, obviously, I've been playing a bunch of Zelda. Played some Pico Park. Shit. I've been so busy this week. Played so trying.
Pretty sure Wednesday you played Ace Attorney.
No, Ace Attorney is way back here. On the 24th.
No,
That was last week.
Wasn't that the show last week? Didn't we have a late show last week? I feel like we did.
No.
I don't
Did we
know.
not?
It was a normal
On
time.
a normal day.
Oh. Then why do I have 4? Oh, then maybe. Okay, well then I played Ace Attorney, a little bit of Splatoon 3 because I'm still trying, failing.
Eventually, one day, someone
will
will
not.
get Amiibo.
I will not.
Yeah, it won't be your account.
I'm not.
It's not gonna be your
I'm not
account.
actively trying every day because that would just get depressing. But I am trying. I
I-
played a bit of Pikmin 1. Did not
I had to
finish
step
the day
away for a second. We did have a show last week.
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Correct.
Yeah.
No,
Wait,
on Monday.
Monday. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was
Last
trying to figure
week's
out.
show was the longest show without any special things.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
It's the second. It's technically
Is
it's the second longest show, but the longest show has Cameron's
okay.
game.
Yeah, the 4-year anniversary would not have been the longest because it would have only been 2 hours 15 minutes.
Yeah, we just had a lot to go over, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see. So Pico download station, Pikmin 1. I did not actually finish the day. I got frustrated, dying to things.
Skill issue.
Actually a skill issue. Well, okay. Pikmin 1 AI is fucking stupid.
Well, that's me.
I cannot like describe this enough. They will actively try to kill themselves.
Me too, for real.
Look, can you fault them?
That's wild.
That's crazy.
Also,
No,
yeah, bro, that game came out in 2001.
20 years ago.
Relax. This game that came out in 2001 has trash AI.
That is kind of funny.
Put the gun down. Let's see. I don't think I touched the PS5 this week.
Yeah, nothing to play on it.
Well, no, I
No
need to finish
games.
Astrobot, the only
Oh.
game on PS5.
I was gonna say.
But
I do a good job switching back and forth between the
I
two.
don't. When did hold on? Let me see. Because I actually might have. Funny enough.
Bro, that alternator ruined this guy.
Dude,
No,
I am
legit.
so tired.
I'm fixing cars. This is
Likely
the
story,
second damn
bud.
car I've had to fix. I'm on to him.
What day did this go up?
Although, is one of your cars really fixed?
Oh,
No, it rattles.
shut up. It's fine. I also
Dang.
finished the bad ending of Epic Mickey Rebrush.
Ish.
I finished it and did not, but it did not.
He got one of the enemies wrong.
I didn't get the achievement for it because the way that I beat the boss counted as painting and not thinning, so I fucked up. But I got the bad ending anyways, because that boss doesn't count towards getting the bad ending, so I don't know why he counts towards the achievement. But fine, it's fine. Yeah, bad ending feels like the speedrun route because you don't have to help anybody. You just make everyone
just
feel
ignore
like
everybody.
absolute trash.
Let's go.
Horace Horsecaller literally closes his shop. He's a detective and he has to close shop because he didn't help anybody.
But more like you didn't help him.
Yeah, I don't think you helped.
I didn't help him help anybody. That's so true.
Yeah, bro needs to get a job. Why am I doing his job?
That's so true. That's so true. We beat the download station, and
Nope.
True.
Save thoughts first thoughts.
I am saving thoughts. And I'm currently playing Zelda. I've been playing lots of Zelda.
True.
I think the Ray Dead are the worst enemy in the game. They can
No,
scream from
they
so
are
far away.
they're quite annoying. I don't know what I did, but I was trying to get up on one of the ridges, and I managed to jump on a trampoline, summon another trampoline, and land back on that same spot.
Dang.
I don't think you're supposed to do that, but it happened. I recorded it. I have no idea how to do it, how to redo it, but it exists.
You should record it.
generally love in this game how you go into like every town and everybody just speaks very highly about Link.
Yeah, that is really fun.
That's pretty cool.
I love basically everything about the game up to this point
Except for the
besides the
performance.
performance. Jesus H. Christ, dude. Can we not? If it doesn't do 60, don't make it try. Stop this. Break dust is in my eyes. It's so frustrating. And like luckily it's a little better in handheld mode, so most of the time that I've played this game has been in handheld mode for that reason, but even still I can tell it. And like I don't want to be the, if my game doesn't run at 4K 120 then it's not for me kind of guy, but I think it's a bit ridiculous to not genuinely expect 1080 60 out of games in the year of our Lord 2024. It's or 720p 30 for oh my god, if we can't manage a stable frame rate at 720p, we need to get this hardware out of the door. Like, oh my gosh, it's so bad.
I've been everywhere on the map, right? And I felt the frame rate drop somewhere, but I haven't played in handheld once.
I
I
feel
have
like
felt them.
I'm not. I feel like I'm not seeing the frame drops, but like
Go into
I'm physically feeling it because I'm getting like not major headaches but minor headaches.
Yeah,
go
it's
into
frustrating.
the Eternal Fist and you will see some
I've
because
gotten
of all the
frame
fog.
drops basically everywhere besides inside of buildings
caves.
or caves,
Yeah.
yeah. Like anywhere on the overworld, I'll get it just constantly. It's constantly going between
then
60 30, 60 30, 60 30.
But that also doesn't
Just-
help because then it's like
Just set
properly
all the
running.
grass on fire.
That's crazy.
I mean, even when there's no grass,
It
bro,
will
even
help
in the
once it's
desert, the
burned.
sand, there's nothing but sand, and I'm still 60 30, 60 30. Just stay at 30. It's okay. Paper Mario is at 30, and that's disappointing, but at least it doesn't hurt to look at. It hurts to play this game, and it sucks because everything else about the game is genuinely great. I love how they've melded a bunch of influence from the open world Zeldas into this game without completely taking over its identity. They've got like a semi-cooking thing with the drinks going on. They've got waypoints in the overworld map, and it's a super big explorable area. But it's not just like Breath of the
Maybe
Wild.
the
It's
problem
just got
is
some influence.
I don't walk on the main path. I've been walking over trees.
Yeah, you're not dealing with the with things spawning in and out.
Yeah, I'm
You're
not.
ignoring it all.
I'm just walking trees over trees the whole time. Mostly. The mountain's been rough.
I haven't been able to confirm it, but I'm pretty sure the amiibo actually give amiibo exclusive gear.
Oh,
You have to clear the third dungeon in Hyrule Castle, but once you do that, you get to use a Link, a Zelda, and then Ganon or one of the enemies, and you can get a blue attire dress.
Yeah, for the
is
it's a
reminiscent
reference to
of like
it's Zelda 1.
Yeah.
Like the artwork from the manual. She's in blue.
Mm-hmm. And then you get a black cat outfit, which is basically the same thing as the one that you can unlock later, like literally like barely after you do Hyrule Castle. But it's amiibo exclusive, and then you get the red tunic, like the fire tunic.
That's good to know. I'll have to keep that in mind when I get there.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not as cool as the Among Us Cosmic Cube I did, but that is pretty cool.
Are they returning Arcane for you, Cooper?
No, not yet.
not
But,
out yet.
oh yeah, I forgot to mention. I finished all the Cosmic Cubes
Nice.
just for fun.
Why?
Like, that he owns because he
The-
doesn't own Arcane.
So I finished all but one technically. I
Hmm,
need to
interesting.
buy. I need to buy an Xbox and a collector's edition of the Xbox Among Us, so I can get the Inner Sloth Cosmic Cube on PC. Because that's the only way to do it. Because they don't allow account linking with PlayStation or Switch.
Yeah, you have
Yeah,
to buy a Xbox
But if
game.
you account link it, you might lose
I
your
That's
data,
true.
right?
I might lose what?
Your data.
My account reset when I did that coup. Or
Oh,
basically
that's
reset.
right. It did.
I would not risk that, all things considered.
That's so lame.
You'd cry if you
Damn.
lost it all.
That would kind of suck, dude.
Yeah, and I was really excited to tell you that the used market for Xbox is looking awesome right now. You can get you an
I'm
Xbox for
sure.
so cheap.
Yay!
All right, Kyle, what you got?
All right, I have been playing some Deadlock. I have been playing some Civ 6. I played Mysterium. I
Fire.
played Lockdown Protocol. I played Game
Fire.
of the Week.
Fire. Well, we'll get to it.
Bruh, chill.
My fault.
I played some Baldur's Gate 3. I played literally a game of Helldivers 2, like one mission, because I
Nice.
got bribed into it by a couple of my
How was it?
friends. I mean, I like that game, so it was fun, but I also have not played it in a minute, so I got my ass handed to me. There've been a lot
man.
of updates since the last time I played. They made it both harder and easier at the same time. The weapons are all weaker, but more tuned towards the enemies.
Okay.
And they're more of an even playing field than they were previously. And then I got a game called Peglin, which is a Peggle roguelike. So you play as this little goblin that throws the like Peggle balls, and
Ooh.
the more pegs you hit, the more damage you do. And then there's specific refill pegs that like restore all the ones on the board that you've knocked away. And then there's like crit pegs so that you can double your damage and stuff like that. And it's really interesting. I'm pretty sure it's still in early access. I might be wrong about that. Um,
Right.
but I mean, I've enjoyed it. I've only played 2 hours worth of like 4 runs that I've played, but it's really fun.
Yeah, a
Um,
Peggle roguelike is an interesting concept.
yeah,
Nah,
but
for real.
look, I've been like following it for a pretty long time, so it's not like something that I just found and I was like, I'm gonna cop. It's been like something I've had on my wish list for a while. I've been looking at, different reviews on it. I've watched a couple videos, but I didn't want to watch too much because I actually wanted to play it and experience it for myself. But I've actually really enjoyed it. It's been very fun. That's about it though. I've gotten a lot better at Deadlock. Um, I'm still I mean, I don't know. I haven't played
Yeah.
with Grant since the first time I ever played. So I don't know, but I would say I probably am not as good as him.
I don't know, bro. I came back. I think it was Saturday night. I went over to my buddy's place to watch the Bama Georgia game. Which,
Yeah.
by the way, game of the year that was.
Dude, that oh my gosh, that
Yeah.
last catch. Holy shit.
Yeah, really. It was just wow. And I was telling my buddy, when Alabama was up 28-0, I was telling him, I was like, now you might think I'm stupid, but I know damn well Georgia has the ability to come back and win this football game. And he's like, there's no way. and then we stopped watching because it was pretty uninteresting for a while, just looking at memes and laughing at shit on YouTube. And then we looked back, and they came within one score. So we stopped and started watching again, and literally pog faced when they scored again and went ahead. They were leading in that game for 13 seconds.
Holy crap!
Damn.
It's unfortunate. Anyway, I came back from
Who
that.
was Georgia
Yeah,
or Alabama?
Georgia.
Georgia.
Georgia. Bama won.
Mm.
But I came back and some of my buddies were on another server playing Deadlock, so I hopped in and just started being all goofy and loud per usual. And they were all like, "Thank God, dude! I was about to get off. This game's making me mad." They're all so upset because they lost a game by like 50,000 souls or something right before I got on. And then
Damn.
I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna go in and win this thing." And I just being rambunctious, pumping up the energy, and I died like 10 times. We
That's
still
Oh,
we
yeah.
st- we still won. I told him I was like, I didn't say I was gonna play good. I just say I'd bring some energy in here. Yeah, I definitely didn't play well. It was pretty funny.
That's
I said we
hilarious.
win. I didn't say I would be the reason we won.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna help win, but I'll get in the way. I'll be a meat shield.
Yeah. Just absorb an enemy bullet.
All right,
Sure.
Haley, finish this out. You got any games you want to talk about this week?
Well, we played Pico Park and finished it. Also played Lockdown Protocol, and I tried playing Mysterium, but Dean
Oh,
does not like
I
it
also
on
played that.
mine.
I forgot to mention I played both of those.
You did say that.
True.
Oh, did I?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, you
It's
at least
okay,
said
buddy. Don't hurt
Mysterium. I
yourself.
don't know. Yeah.
You fixed a car.
I did fix the
You're
car.
not
That's
here.
so true. That's so true.
I want to play the new Zelda game, but my Switch right now it's only digital because of the card reader being messed up.
Well, guess what? They sell it digitally.
I know they do, but I have a gift card at home. It's in my Florida stuff that I didn't bring with me, so
Okay.
it's in my room. No, Cooper, you cannot have it.
He could put it in your
Don't
account.
Dude,
don't
I'm
make that
catching-
face. Don't make that face. We all
I'm
knew,
catching
bro. If she
hands.
didn't
I
say it,
swear-
you would have asked instantly, or not even asked. You would have been like, "Oh yeah, that's mine now."
Correct.
Squatters' rights.
Finders keepers, bro. Yeah, squatters' rights. That's good.
Squatters don't have right.
Dude, wait, that's crazy.
What
Kind
is-
of
What?
related, but unrelated. Haley, both shows that Haley has been to, she's gone last on the wheel. That's crazy.
It'll work
Has
out.
she
We,
for real only been
we
to 2 shows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. Crazy.
I can't blame her. It's hard to listen to us sometimes. I think.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's more or less it. It's just the team games with the boys. That's all
With
I
the
played.
boys.
And y'all-
With the
With the
boys.
boys.
and
All
we're
right.
all the boys, so
Well, we'll move right into download station then. Pico Park 2 is the game of the week. More of the
game.
same. If you like Pico Park 1, you're gonna like Pico Park 2.
Maybe.
you?
Okay, this is the
It-
big
it
thing I want to
depends.
cover.
Ah,
Pico
it
Park
depends.
1 is very casual. Cooper, Cameron, and I basically speedran the first one. Like, we
'cause-
didn't have your save data, but we
and
went and finished it,
still-
so we had to replay all those levels. I want to replay most of the levels in the second one.
No.
I
I
mean,
mean
like-
they're well designed, but they're some
It
of
is
them
a
are
lot of the
hard.
same, like you said.
I mean,
It's
they
got
make you.
the same music, which pisses me off. Please put more music in Pico Park.
Oh my
Really
gosh, the
good.
music.
The
The
music,
music
bro.
is annoying. It makes me want to do unspeakable things.
That's
But-
so fucking true.
I'm not gonna hate too much on the soundtrack of the game that cost $8.
I mean, yeah,
True,
but
Fair.
like it's so.
I definitely
good.
had to turn the music off because, oh my
Yeah,
god,
the
it was
music's
making me
good.
go insane.
Oh yeah, I didn't like it from the first
This one,
game.
I don't think that this is like. You say like y'all are making it seem like it's worse than the first one. It's definitely not worse than the first one. It
Oh,
just
it's
It's just
requires,
That's not
harder.
what I'm- no,
As
no, that's
if
not.
it's
That's
that
not.
it's
it
not-
requires more teamwork. 100% it requires
Which
I think
more
is
teamwork.
And like, oh my bad. like more than just teamwork.
No,
I think it's more compared to like what Alex was saying. Like it's less casual crowd and more like a gamer crowd. Like it's really hard to get people that don't really play a lot of like platformers and stuff to play Pico Part 2 compared to the first one.
I
Yeah.
don't
Because
know. I feel
it's a
like they're the
lot more
same.
challenging.
I feel like they're the same. You just have to actually talk more on the second one, which is probably good for a team-oriented game.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
but
which means it's
that
harder
See,
because the
you
first one
it just
doesn't
every
means
even
that
level
need
we
that.
played was
it just means that like we were just resorted to yelling at each other.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
I
See,
gotta
but
come
we
clean on the
played
show. I
the
avoided
back.
playing everybody. I avoid playing after the first night because the first night of us trying to do coordination, I was like, bro, I can't take any more of this. Bro, it was so like
It's for the best. The back half levels got harder.
it just got
Dude,
worse and worse.
There was one of them that I
Like,
remember we took so freaking long on.
dude,
You
yeah, there's
done?
plenty of those even on the
There's
last night.
the one that you had the freaking person standing on top of your plane, and y'all kept knocking each other off the plane. Oh my god, that was so annoying.
Yeah,
See,
and then
they
Yeah, that
so
wasn't even
y'all
the hardest
played
one.
this one. They brought back the dogfight one with the spaceship. We spent like an hour and a half on the second fight because they added another spaceship you had to fight.
We did not spend that
yeah,
long. Hold on.
it was
I can
two
find out how
bosses.
long we spent on that.
Yeah,
We
Check it
spent
out.
more like an hour and a half on the final.
The little final level,
Oh.
you know, in the first one, it's very easy. It's just like, oh, a simple walk. You gotta jump over like I think one slime, maybe, right? You gotta be very careful about like the one button and the one slime. No, the final level in 2,
Was
oh
a
man,
challenge.
The
it
final
was
level on World 2.
challenging. Yeah, it was very challenging.
Which one was that?
Uh,
Is that the one where
Is-
we all had to be in the
No,
exact
No,
this
in the
correct
literal
space?
last
No,
level. No, we
15-4.
yeah.
Uh,
Y'all two weren't there, unfortunately.
y'all
'Cause
missed out.
Y'all were busy.
You'll miss
you
out
know,
on all the screaming.
y'all missed out the
Alex,
screaming
we
and
spent 55 minutes on that on 15
dogfight?
On the
-3.
That's
dogfight.
still pretty bad.
Wait, not the dogfight. Wait, the one with the two double ships.
Yeah, that's the
That's not
dogfight.
Yeah.
dog. That's not a dogfight.
I mean,
Fine,
in
the
Pico
only
Park
re-
context, I'd count it.
The
I
only
was
reason
saying.
we beat it is because I was like, "Ah, let's do this instead," and it turned out that worked ish.
No, actually, that was my idea. I just stole it.
Liar.
Crazy.
We did the final level. Wait, no. I
That
was
one
gonna
took
say
us
it
a
was
hot minute, right?
Yeah, please
Uh,
tell me how long that one took.
Yeah, how long did that take?
so about
15-4.
15-4 took us an hour and just shy of an hour and a half.
Oh, dear.
Dude, there were so many jumps that were near frame. Like you have a couple frames basically that you can make.
It's not a couple frames, but it's edge jump, so you got to do it on the edge of the block,
Yeah, you
and
gotta edge.
everybody
You know what?
needs
Never
to
mind.
do it.
And it was ice physics.
And it was
Oh
ice
yeah,
physics.
ice
based,
physics
yeah.
the whole level, yeah. And momentum based. It was a lot of fun.
Was it?
I'm being sarcastic.
I couldn't
It was
tell.
kind of fun, but
I liked the
First time,
game.
good
I mean,
time.
no, I think everyone should definitely play it. But I think the first one, I like the first one more than
The
the
first
second.
one is more casual friendly.
The first one's definitely
yeah.
way more
The first
casual.
one is the one that can count for getting drunk with people. Don't try to do that with the second one.
Oh,
Yeah. No,
I'll agree
Unless
with
you're just
that.
sadistic and don't mind getting past like the second level.
Oh no, let's play dark mode, which Ren
Dude,
Cooper and I
dark
tried
mode.
after we beat the game. So Haley was like, "We gotta go to church. I gotta go to church tomorrow. So this is
Yeah,
my
like 4 in the
last
morning.
one." So we all
Dude.
locked in.
We locked
to beat
in,
the
bro.
last level.
We did. She's like, I gotta get up early as 4 in the morning, guys. We're like, last one. I was like, all right. We all went silent, bro. It was full locked in.
That's funny.
It was
So
great.
we beat
Dude,
it,
what-
and it's like, "Congrats, you beat the game. Now here's dark mode." And dark mode, no, I won't do it again.
and
Because
Grant
we
wasn't
beat-
on for that one where there was the stupid electricity gates that y'all kept walking into, even though we knew it was only you could only go one space at a time, and you were like, "No, I'm gonna go 3 spaces and just walk into the
Oh,
Hey,
freaking
you
electricity
also,
gate."
I would like to point out you also walked into those.
Yeah, but I wasn't trying to go beyond like one space at a time. I just miscalculated the freaking where my character was standing relative to where the
Yeah.
beam was appearing at.
No, for real.
No, that
Grant
was the
had
last
just
level.
left
Oh yeah,
though. He-
Barrett was
Rare
there for that,
play.
right? There was that like
Yeah,
one where
Barrett
it
was
was
there for that.
yeah.
Barrett was one of the problem children on
He
that one,
was.
along with Haley and Alex and Cameron.
And Kyle.
Guy-
And Kyle.
And
I was
Cooper.
not,
And-
dude. No, me and Cooper were actually doing really
was
good on
kinda-
that one.
Dude, yeah.
Okay,
was
okay,
Barrett
wait-
was
bud.
doing good
Yeah.
on
Because like the
that
thing was, everybody was going for the key. You
Barrett-
need
Barrett
one
did do
person to
pretty-
go for the
Barrett
key,
did
and I was
do pretty
like,
good at
I'm just
that
gonna
one.
go to the door. I'm just gonna go to the door. Screw it.
I only ever went to the key if I was like right next to the
Leading.
key.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
hitting the wall because he was like, "Oh, I'm on the bottom," and then he would just run into the wall because he would be in the top corner.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You definitely
No,
you're gonna learn a
I
lot
died
about
on
your
that
friend
one.
group.
Oh,
I died on
definitely.
that one like maybe 5 or 6 times. The rest of them was everybody else.
There was one, and I think we did it not how the developers intended people to do, but it was a solution I came up with. The key was just in frame if you stood on the elevator. So I was like, we're 3 of us are gonna stand on the elevator, and Cameron's
under the
just gonna-
elevator.
under the
okay,
elevator.
Because on both sides of the level there were saws if you didn't move fast enough.
Hmm.
So what we ended up doing was Alex figured out both how to avoid the ones that dropped as soon as the keys fell, or as soon as we claimed the key,
You're
and
like Indiana
also
Jones.
yeah, he was like, all right, and run. And then the second half of the level was like, hey, here's in order to get back to the door, you need to go to through this door or down this elevator, right?
Mhm.
And
What
Alex
is
was
that,
like,
Grant?
all right, everyone go one at a time. And somehow that worked.
Anybody see that?
What is it?
No.
Is that bacon?
Never mind. It looks like a penis.
Uh,
That's
okay,
how
well,
involved I am in
was
this
just-
conversation right now. Really, I'm doing this as a nervous distraction, dude. Play, like I said, this game is going to tell you a lot about your friend group, and what I learned is that extremely coordinated teamwork is not a strong suit.
Well,
and
no, like,
Oh, I knew that.
not as a diss to anybody. I'm not trying to be a hater. I think we ruined ourselves from Mario Wii.
where we actively were trying to screw each other over.
Yeah. I think we burned our minds as young children with that game and have just been ruined ever since when it comes to
Okay, that's
coordinated
just kind of
teamwork
how
on
this
those.
group plays games, though. We just fuck each other over.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It started early.
Have you
Like
ever-
it's this has
have
been
you
a
ever-
theme for a long time.
You ever played a game of Among Us with Cooper?
Yeah, that
Mr.
too.
Cooper screws over them.
Yeah,
please.
like oh, I win. That's how games with Cooper go, dude.
But you forget his other thing. I refuse to do task because task is not
Well,
fun.
No, it's really unfun because I can do all my tests before the first body's called, dude. That's not fun for anybody.
Yeah, but you could finish the task eventually.
Nah, that's not fun either.
I'm
Bruh.
Ghost, but I won't do it.
Anyway, yeah,
we play games differently.
it's
for sure.
overall good. Be prepared to
Yeah,
learn a
I-
lot, but
I would recommend it for sure.
yeah, definitely still a fun
recommend.
time.
It's good. It is a good game. It is just. Whew,
It's
there's
it's
so
definitely
much-
good.
Grant gave the best descriptor. If you want a fun party game to play with drunk people, the first one's it.
Oh, absolutely.
Mhm.
This one has a lot of more like specific
Well, some of the jumps are just brutal.
hard.
Just
dude.
just ask more of you.
Definitely.
All
Like,
right.
there were several times just teaching.
Yeah.
where-
All right, onto the tidbits. New Dead or Alive announced, but it's a dating sim.
What?
Excuse me.
That was crazy.
That is wild.
Yeah, that's rip. Tekken Boss asked KFC to let Colonel Sanders be a guest fighter. Okay, Tekken.
You must have gotten told no.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to play Colonel Sanders at the Waffle House.
I mean, that's not a bad ask. I mean, KFC literally made a dating sim or helped publish it or whatever, however they were
Yeah.
involved in it. They were involved in it.
Mhm.
So, I mean, you know. PS5 home screen now replaces unique video game art with annoying ads that you can't turn off. Apparently, that was a bug. It has been fixed.
Well, it was definitely a bug because what it would. So I posted an example, and it's the last news update that the game had got. So in Spider-Man 2's case, it was Spider-Verse 2 is coming out soon.
Interesting.
It's still a scary notion though, because I mean, like it's already happened with streaming sticks and everything, where like if you leave it idle, they just show ads.
True.
That's what
And
my Roku does.
Oh, wow.
The same thing could happen to video game consoles.
Mhm.
This is why the Super Nintendo is goated. Doesn't even have a modem.
Well, you've heard what Roku wants to do, right? We've talked about it on the show.
Yeah, they want to like
They want-
inject ads into your HDMI ports,
Yeah,
right?
no, this
Oh,
is
yeah.
why I need a commercial TV.
Yeah. Astrobot dev Team Asobi Studio head Nicholas Doucet hinted that the development team had eyed up a cloud cameo that never got approval from Square Enix. Quote, "It's difficult to comment on that," he said. "We really respect the choice of each publisher." Dude, of course Square's going to be the one that's like, nah.
I mean,
No,
A
so
cameo?
Sakurai has
Disgusting.
talked about this. They're like, he mentioned how hard it is to so much. Like everything's owned by something else over there, somebody else. Like the people who wrote the music on the.
That's true. That's true.
But it is really unfortunate that the Buster Blade's in the playroom, but Cloud is not in the main game.
Yeah, no, we don't want that free advertising. Okay. Fine. Square, go ahead and keep your sales expectations too high, why don't you?
Do you ever go looking for like all the little things you get? Like I guess the big one I'm talking about is they have the crane from what's that game? Heavy Rain in Astrobot.
No, I mean,
You
I have
get it
not
out of
looked
the
in
claw
significant
machine.
detail.
Here it does spawn in once you win it from the claw machine. But it's where does it spawn? It's like on the right side. It took me forever to find because it's so small.
Mm. From Tom Warren, the PS5 Pro still hasn't sold out in the US or the UK. Looks like the $700 price point will mean this console will be readily available this holiday.
What's that?
That's crazy.
Who could have guessed? Oh man, we got Haley on the camera now.
Let's go.
Look at this. Let's
You
go.
know, it makes me mad we couldn't at least buy plates for our original PS5s for the 30th. Like, if I could have spent $70 on a plate.
On different
What?
shaped plastic instead of the slim
Yeah, on
shaped
different-
plastic. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
So true, so true.
Well, yeah.
Oh my god.
Buy
You
a
bought the
PS5 Slim.
Original. You bought
You-
the original
You
PS5.
supported
Why
us
would-
when we barely had games on this system. Fuck you.
How dare you?
Just buy a
the
PS5
original
Slim.
PS5.
It's that easy.
It's only right.
Oh, yeah.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater series will continue. Quote from Tony Hawk: "Thanks to Activision, Neversoft, rest in peace, and all of you that have played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater in those formative years. I'm not supposed to tease anything else about the future of the series, but there will be a future. Let's go. Let's get Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 remastered. That's the one I wanted from the beginning anyway. 1 and 2 is just a fever dream. Nobody cares about those. Let's get 3 and 4 in here. Those are the ones that matter. I will definitely buy that.
I heard
haven't played-
thank
I mean-
Activision and almost spit out my water.
I think you've mentioned this like 3 or 4 times on different shows. You're like, they better release 3
Yeah,
and
that's what
4.
I've been saying it since they first announced 1 and 2. I was like, okay, so they're going to make 3 and 4, right? Please?
And then they're like, nah, nope.
I think you forgot something. Well, if we forgot something, it wasn't important.
Yeah, dude,
Basically
Tony
what
Hawk's
they've
Pro
done.
Skater 4, you could skate around Alcatraz. Alcatraz is a playable map in that game, and it's like the third world you get.
I'm
It's goated.
It's kind of dope.
surprised Activision hasn't tried to re-team up with Disney and re-release the Disney skateboarding one they did around that time.
See, Disney's
Yeah,
too
Alcatraz
busy
is cool.
making money on new games. It's amazing that we got Epic Mickey rebrushed.
No, for
I mean,
real.
that's fair.
Minecraft Live 2024, Pale Garden and Creaking.
Yeah. So
What?
the creaking is a new enemy. Hold on.
Oh, is Creaking basically SCP-173? Yeah, it is. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's
Yes.
yeah, SCP-173.
So you have seen it.
Yeah, I didn't realize
Didn't-
that was the name of it. I just saw the memes and I was like, "What?" And then I looked it up like, "Oh, okay."
Oh,
Is SCP-173 the peanut thing?
The smelly concrete doll that will break your neck if you don't stare at it.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
oh.
It looks like a peanut, bruh.
I really like the detail. They're like, yeah, it's concrete, but also has a weird rotting flesh smell coming from it. SCPs are weird.
The
Yeah.
I think that's the
most
point, isn't it?
builders I've seen
Yes,
are
I
really
love it.
excited for the wood type though, because it will give them the inside of the wood, and you can trim wood, right? You can get rid of the bark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Like
inside of
stripping,
this
not
one is
trimming.
white. So all the
Oh,
stuff you'll
okay.
build from it will be like white thin skates and stuff like that.
That's actually pretty good because there's no solid white block. I
The
guess white
closest is
concrete. Fine
diorite
concrete.
and
White
diamond,
concrete.
Yeah.
Quartz?
Mhm.
Quartz is off white.
Is-
It's like a cream
Yeah,
color.
is white,
Wow.
but it's not white.
I'm gonna keep using
It's-
birch anyway, but y'all go off, I guess.
Nah, bruh,
Look,
you're
wh-
freaking insane.
What
Birch is
I'm
so ugly.
hearing, what I'm hearing is we need to do Minecraft as
We
a
should do-
download station. The
We don't even need to
problem-
do it as a download station. Let's just play
should-
Minecraft
we
at
should-
some point.
We
Yeah,
could do.
well,
Legit.
we could do both, right? Because we need enough time. I barely played since 1.13, so
Well, I'm
I
just
would
saying,
need
like,
time to get used
there's-
to new
Mine-
stuff.
Minecraft is something that you can't just do over the course of 1 week.
Well,
Oh,
ye-
for sure, for sure.
yeah. Like my thought is, it's been a long time coming for us to have a proper like ANG Minecraft server where we binge on
I think
Minecraft for like 2 or
so.
3 weeks, and then we can do a download station on Minecraft
About it.
based on
After that,
our
yeah.
like a
After
Discord
that.
server, but in Minecraft.
Dude, I'd be so down.
I'd be down to buy a server for a month or whatever. Obviously, it would not last. We'd binge it like a ton
Yeah.
for 2 or 3
Well,
weeks and
if
then it
you-
fall
if-
off. As you should play
Depends-
Minecraft.
Depends if you invite Dakota and Josh, because then they'll have
Well,
farms running by the end of
yeah.
the first day.
I'd probably keep it vanilla just for that reason alone. Because I wouldn't want to exclude anybody from the server, but we can't be doing crazy stuff. Because yeah, Dakota and Josh would break the server within 2 days. The father of PlayStation says everyone at Sony thought the PS1 would fail when it was first pitched.
Interesting.
I wonder if that's what made them try to partner with Nintendo at first, because they didn't have a lot of confidence in the product.
That's highly possible.
and then Nintendo screwed them.
Nintendo was
And
like,
Well,
actually, no, I
they-
want the stupid
Well-
Philips box instead.
It's kind of more like they screwed each other. Because Sony wanted to own, like, everything made on the disc.
I think that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the Sony peripheral. And it seemed like everything was going to be fine until Nintendo was like, pay more money or we're going to get this stupid Philips box. God, the CDI, dude. That's interesting, though. Yeah, it would be really cool to like be able to be in some of those meeting rooms back in like 1993 or whenever they were first talking about this and just seeing what the discussion was.
That's because it's more interesting than the modern ones, where it's just like, okay, how do
What
we
do you
get more
mean?
money out of these players?
If I could be in one meeting room, it would be the one where Microsoft got laughed out because I want to be on the team that laughs them out.
That's so true.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Ubisoft workers urged to strike in October over return to office. I mean,
Me
good
too.
luck.
Me too.
Raytheon's pushing that, and there were some rumblings about that, but that's definitely not going to happen. I mean, I guess in the video game industry, it's easier to strike over stuff like that. But like, I don't know. Can't we just do hybrid? Is that really such a big deal? We're like, especially I could see it in like like a development environment. You probably want people around you to do rapid iteration, and sure, you can be in like calls at home and stuff. I'm not saying you have to do it. And I'm not saying I'm a fan of return to office either. I love working from home, but like, I mean, it's easier to do some stuff, I assume, with like artwork and design in person. You think? So like, can't we just call it hybrid and go to the office when you guys need it and call it a day? What are we doing?
No.
We need
No,
to go
company
back
Return
and get
to
drunk
office.
and harass women in the office. Just like our founding fathers at Activision Blizzard did. They were trying to teach us a lesson. We're not harassing enough women in cubes. You people don't understand. A mod creator who bypassed the PlayStation Network account linking for God of War Ragnarok deleted it due to fears of possible threats from Sony. Boo.
Wow.
Make
I
them
mean,
make them
it's-
send you a cease and desist like a man. That sucks.
I mean, if it's available, it's still going to be available. I don't know how much that would protect him though. If
I mean, it'll protect
Sony
him as long as he doesn't distribute it anymore, because that's all he can do. But I wonder if you can still find it elsewhere.
I mean, if you really want to be like someone, be like the guy who made it where you see all of Link's Awakening's overworld like at the same time.
Oh yeah.
He never announced it before, just randomly posted it and disappeared like immediately.
yeah, I mean, fair, but that mod isn't going to get the kind of traction that something like this would, especially when the biggest sticking point of God of War on PC is this PSN account linking. Shigeru Miyamoto on AI, quote, Nintendo would rather go in a different direction. Thank the Lord.
I don't know if I've got it on the sheet or not. I honestly can't remember. So I was just trying to throw things. If I don't, let's mention it here. Nintendo also talked about the thing. Oh no, we did mention it, where they said they didn't want to compete.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the news that was already known to everybody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, anyway, that's good. Yeah, let's keep AI out of it. The original Resident Evil 3 is now available on Good Old Games.
Good.
Cool. Always love to see it.
Good old games. Oh, that's what I couldn't find. Okay, we're gonna mention it here. California has put in a new law into effect that companies selling digital games can no longer list it as digital. It has to be sold as You are licensing the
right.
content.
Yeah,
And Good Old Games is like, but it doesn't change anything for us because we are selling it to you. Because they've been making like posts everywhere about
Because they're not selling you the license.
they're selling you
they
the game.
own
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
because there's no DRM, so there's no way for the company to take said license back.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, good on California. I know everybody likes to meme on their laws a lot for good reason sometimes, but that's a
Well,
very good thing to have. Of like, hey,
to be
just by the
fair,
way, you're not buying the game; you're buying a license to the game.
the cancer one is the one that's primarily memed on, and it's kind of for good reason. Warning, in the state of California, this product causes cancer
What
on
about all
everything,
the
so people just ignore it.
Um,
what about all the other states?
it doesn't matter, I guess. Either that or cancer
They
is just
don't.
cool. We're kind of cool with it. Uh, Ubisoft cancels press previews of Assassin's Creed Shadows, most likely because it's been delayed to February 14th of next year.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, they canceled it first, and then they were like, "Oh, right, we're delaying the game, by the way."
Also, Ubisoft Japan has canceled their planned TGS online stream due to various circumstances. So, I mean,
Yeah, but more than likely, all they'd talk about at that stream was
this is a game.
We made a game, guys. It's okay.
the God of War game anyway, or not God of War, Assassin's Creed. My bad.
Metaphor ReFantasio demo has been released.
Yeah, and they've made a comment about, hey, we're sorry it ran so bad on PC. They've already fixed the PC problem. Like it's already better.
Good on them.
You know what I would like fixed? My fucking Wi-Fi.
The Nintendo VIP event was for new Nintendo Museum previews. Man, that would have been so cool to go
Yes.
there. The giant
Dude,
controller plushes are so cool, dude. Need me a
Super
Super
wants that
Nintendo
Wii remote
plush.
to sleep with.
Um,
Look,
Dude,
they
no.
have the greatest goat of all time. A massive Wii U.
Can you buy that
Dude.
plush? Alex needs one of those.
No, legit.
No.
That's
you
a
act-
shame. Oh, they only made
it-
one for their good consoles. Okay.
yes,
That's what I'm
essentially.
saying.
Can I get the GameCube then, or is that
No,
not?
that is also not a good
Man.
console.
Oh, dude, I'm in shambles.
They're killing me.
My own
Guys,
comment came back to
okay,
bite me.
Okay. I posted it. Hold on.
Wait,
So they made Famicom, N64.
yeah, that's right. Because I saw someone saying the best way the N64 is kind of beat because you can like take your arm and your head, wrap it around the top part, and take your other arm and wrap it around the middle part, and just like kind of like hug it. You know what I mean?
SNES
What are you talking
also
It
has
says it's one of those head pillows or arm pillows that
yeah,
you
be
see
basically like
advertised
Yeah,
recently.
you can put your arm under the pillow.
yeah, that
That's
sounds
silly,
peak.
man.
the
Okay,
N64,
but who's the one sleeping with the N64 controller?
Wii,
Wait, no, that's not, never mind.
SNES, and Famicom. So
They got Super Nintendo.
not-
We'll live.
True.
You'll live. Where's my systems?
Where's my Wii U
Oh.
pad controller plush?
I see.
I
Where's my GameCube?
look. Okay.
Yeah, cube
So
pillows
now-
are a thing. That would be kind of goated. Cube pillows are like a ergonomic push thing, bro. Having a GameCube theme one.
That'd be so sick.
Yeah, but are they like? Do they actually work? Is the real thing?
They're pillows.
No, okay, that's not what I'm asking.
The cube
but
pillow, you mean?
Thank you
Oh.
for telling me nothing. Yeah, do like the cube pillows actually help you with like neck and back problems?
Yeah, I mean, for everyone that I've seen that has one and likes it, I personally haven't bothered because I like mine fine enough. But it's basically the idea of like
Yeah.
your head and shoulder is this big square shape. So if you can lay without your either shoulder being squinched or your neck overextending one way, that it helps.
Yeah.
I I think I'd rather have the arm pillow thing they've been. Or
Yeah, I
like,
mean, there's a million different ways to skin a hog. Um, let's see. Unicorn Overload has sold over 1 million units worldwide. Unicorn Overlord, excuse me.
yeah, Overlord. Vanillaware games, which they're fun. I really like what they do. They specifically said they're not gonna release it on PC though.
Interesting choice.
Very old, little Japanese.
Oh, I'm looking at some of these screenshots. This is a little sus. At least that first one. Okay. Most of them are not, but there is one that I found that's kind of sus. Okay, old but still interesting tidbit. I sent a screenshot, by the way. What is that armor, bro? What are we doing here? No wonder they don't want to put it on PC. You know what everybody would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all know what everyone would do.
Old but
Yeah,
still
I've
interesting.
played-
Are you good?
I've played the demo and I didn't see anything like this. Like the two characters on the left, I know that's the main character. This must be way later after they've already hooked you into the game. It's too late.
Old but still interesting for the week for in celebration of the new Zelda releasing. In the original Legend of Zelda, there's an enemy called Pole's Voice, which is just a rabbit ghost with big ears. And the only way you can
Correct.
defeat it in the Japanese version of the game is by yelling into the microphone on the Famicom's second controller.
Yes, I think I've wanted to.
Obviously, this is not
Okay.
supported in the English release or on the NES because it doesn't have a microphone like that. But the American's Player's Guide still does mention that they have sensitive ears, which is pretty cool. There's so many cool little things that they did with that microphone on the Famicom that I know today is just like a goofy gimmick that would probably frustrate more people than anything. But I do hate that like we didn't have that on the NES because I would like if I had read that and that was on the NES, I would legitimately go try to test that. It's a
no,
cool
fair
idea, especially like in the early mid '80s. Like that was just not really as much of a thing. Like gimmicks like that.
I mean, to be completely fair, it's not like Nintendo used a lot of those gimmicks even with the 3DS and Wii U.
True, but by that time it was more annoying than cool because they did it a
True.
decent bit on the original DS, and everyone was like, "This is stupid."
Like,
Yeah.
Don't make me
doing it.
blow on my DS when I'm on the bus.
That's crazy.
Everybody's gonna look at me.
Yeah.
Dude, I still remember there was a day I was trying to play Luigi's Mansion 2, like while I was waiting for class or something. Like it was one of those motion control sections, and I swear everyone was looking at me, and I was like, just gonna close this.
Yeah. On to the rumors. Specs
You
for
weren't playing. Hold on, sorry, my bad. But you weren't playing Smash or Mario Kart, Cameron. So that's why you got looked at. Those are the only games you could play in high school.
Well, no, because it wasn't the band kids; it was like regular people. So even less.
Yeah, I know this is
Uh,
a foreign concept to us. I've had to study it a lot myself because I don't understand it. But most people think the 3DS is weird, and people that play them are weird.
well,
Like
Are
I
you
said, I'm
sure?
not. Yeah, I think I'm not an expert, but after many years of experience, it's all I've been able to deduce. I think I don't know. We might be
80 million weirdos.
yeah. Uh, onto the rumors. Specs have leaked for the RTX 5090 and 5080. The 5090 is looking to have almost 22,000 CUDA cores, 32 gigs of GDDR7 memory, which I didn't realize we were even onto that one yet, and a 600 watt TDP, which is nuts.
Oh, so you understand these words?
Yeah. Basically, the CUDA cores, I don't understand that. That's like GPU processing units in a way that doesn't make sense to me. 32 gigabytes of VRAM is good. More VRAM is always better. That impacts performance way more than like standard PC RAM does. And yeah, 600 watt TDP. The most common, like there's PCs with 500 watt power supplies. And this thing is pulling 600. So that means you're probably at least going to need 1,000 watt power supply in any rig you put this in.
Yeah.
And if you try to do the cord splitting thing that a lot of PCIe cables like to make you think is okay, you're probably going to do something like the 4090 does, where like a lot of brands of that card have just caught on fire. And the connectors have fully melted. You can find all sorts of videos and photos of it sparking in people's cases and stuff. So, yeah, I can't wait to see how that goes. The 5080 is set to have 16 gigabytes of memory and a 400 watt TDP, which is more reasonable. I think my card pulls 400 watts. But still, yeah, dude, 600 watts. Also, for reference, the standard low setting on a space heater is 750 watts.
Damn.
Yeah. That's a lot of power.
You're not gonna need.
Yeah, and I bet that bitch gets hot enough to be a space heater too.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be cold.
No doubt.
According to Daniel RPK, Team Chaotix are planned to appear in the Sonic film franchise soon, with a spin-off planned. Apparently, they were
thought we were
nearly
done
in
with
Sonic
Sonic
and
news.
Knuckles. Sonic news. This is Sonic rumors.
If only that made me feel better.
Imagine.
Reverse engineering on the Nintendo Switch firmware 18.0.0 further reinforces retrocompatibility for Switch 2. Yeah, I mean, it's literally all but confirmed. Nintendo would literally be shooting themselves in the mouth if they made Nintendo Switch 2 a brand new platform with no backwards compatibility. The game library is too big. The player base is too big. The environment's too big. The brand is too big. You cannot. I mean,
Yeah.
they learned their
It's
lesson. They
insane
made the
to-
Wii U. They know they can't do that shit again.
No, for real.
It's insane to me how many rumors when it first started, or back when it was the Switch Pro is coming out,
Yeah,
was like it won't be backwards compatible, and it's like there's no way it won't be. Then
yeah. They can't do that.
the only reason this isn't backwards compatible is because it's different memory.
Yeah.
Hard.
What? I watched a Scott the Woz video recently. He talked about he's like sometimes backwards compatibility doesn't make sense. The Switch doesn't play Wii U discs. If it did, that'd be horrifying. Yeah. There's no way they don't have it fully backwards compatibility. That'd be the stupidest business decision in the history of stupid business decisions.
And there's a lot to go off of.
Yeah, and like they're competitors with Microsoft, so it's a pretty high bar for stupid decisions. Platinum Games obtained the ownership of the Wonderful 101 trademark from Nintendo. I think we talked about this last week, didn't we?
We definitely talked about
Yeah.
this.
My bad. I read the date and went, nah, we didn't talk.
From Jason Schreier, Annapurna video game division imploded because of power struggle. We talked about them dissolving last week. I remember that.
Yes, we not why.
Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, this is a report from Bloomberg, it looks like. And I'm not going to read the Bloomberg article because they're making me subscribe. So we're gonna go to
Disgusting.
PC Gamer. Check out PC Gamer, not Bloomberg. Fuck you, Bloomberg. Following the shocking mass resignation of publisher Annapurna Interactive's entire staff, a new report from IGN has provided more details about the gaming division's dispute with its parent company, Annapurna Pictures, and its billionaire owner, Megan Ellison. Anonymous former employees shared concerns about the Interactive's division's future under Annapurna Pictures and claimed that Ellison refused to continue working with them on an agreement to spin off the division. Spokespeople for the parent company claimed that the division's leader failed to respond to their efforts to move the process forward. Yeah, so what that reads is like they gave up on trying to move the process forward because the process was not in their favor at all.
Just like a business.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
While negotiations had moved forward some, IGN sources were disturbed by some of Ellison's decisions and changes. Namely, Annapurna rehired founding Interactive executive Hector Sanchez as president of Interactive and New Media within Annapurna Pictures, independently of and arguably in competition with the established Interactive division. Cool. Great job, guys. Way to fumble the bag. Silent Hill 2 Remake is supposedly 50 gigabytes. That's not that bad these days.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, hell, Deadlock's
Yeah.
50 gigabytes, and that game's in alpha.
Yeah.
True.
When does that game come out? It comes out this coming month, right? Or close?
It should come out this coming month.
Let's see. October 8th. Yeah, so, man, just over a week. We're almost there. From Jason Schreier, Blizzard had an Overwatch, Warcraft, and Diablo series in development with Netflix, but apparently they got canned when Activision sued Netflix. I mean, yeah. What kind of... That'd be incredibly cucky behavior for Netflix to continue producing those series while actively being sued by the owners.
Actual.
And lastly, the PS5 achievements list for Until Dawn has leaked. So if you're watching that game closely and you don't want any spoilers, watch yourself.
Spoilers for a 10-year-old game?
Well, you never know.
Almost 10? Released in 2015. 9? It seems like the biggest changes are something with the prologue, like majorly, because that's what they've mostly talked about. And it isn't like the original Resident Evil, where it's locked camera angles. You'll actually be able to move around the environment with your control stick.
And the finishing topic for the week: what is more important, action or story?
Specifically,
It
I assume in a
depends.
gaming context.
Well,
Yeah.
Yes,
in
yes,
gaming context.
yeah.
In a gaming context, and I think it's important to point out this is with every facet of the game working perfectly as intended.
Yeah,
That's-
so all else being accounted for, what's
Yeah.
more important?
And for me, it's got to be action. Because as much as I love a good story, I can get a story outside of a video game. And if it's going to be a game that's going to keep my attention for a long period and to actually finish the game if it gets finished, or if it's a game that it's like doesn't have an end, then it's one that's going to get me the most amount of playtime, is if it has a lot of action and it's good action. A story I'll enjoy, but it won't keep me as involved or as interested as action will.
fair.
I will say, like, it does depend too on the type of like game it is, because like, I think Fire Emblem has, I think like Fire Emblem, for example, it has like great stories, but like, it's turn-based combat, so there's not a lot of action in that kind of like regard. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's less game specific and more
Like
like
in
In
general.
general.
which holds your focus more. If a game has good action or if a game has good story, do you gravitate towards which type of
Ooh,
game?
that's hard.
I mean,
think
I
it-
already
Because
have this
Splatoon,
answer, and
Splatoon
I'm
has like
pretty sure I know
great
most
stories too.
people's answer in this chat. But I generally believe uh, by action, I mean more like gameplay. And I generally think if it has a bad gameplay loop, you won't play it no matter what the story.
Well, no, I'm not even specific. Like, I feel like action is not specifically gameplay. It's like moment to moment shit that happens that's like, oh, dang, that's crazy. Like, now I gotta go and figure out how to get around this, whatever it is. And, like, actually, like, I don't think it's specifically gameplay. Because
Yeah, because I think gameplay
you
is
can have
like if gameplay's bad,
semi
it's not going
boring.
to be good no matter what.
Yeah.
If it's
Like,
not fun to play at all, if regardless if it's low action or high action, if it's not fun to play because the gameplay sucks, nothing's going to save it.
I
yeah.
need an example of action.
Um,
I mean,
so I can give you one. My answer is that I don't think either one is more important than the other. I think what's important is that you know what you want the game to be, because I for example, my story pick was Link's Awakening. There's not like sure
I
it's
do
an
love
action
that
game,
game.
it's a Zelda, but it's not super intense, especially compared to some of the other games in the Zelda series. It's
Yeah.
It's
there's
very
it's got
story
its
driven.
yeah, it's got its moments, but the thing that impacted me from that game was the story. The story was incredibly hard hitting and sticks with me to this day. And sure, I don't think it has a lot of replayability. It's fun to go back to, and I'm sure at some point in the future I'll play through it again.
You gotta play 3 different versions.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the same sort of thing with Stardew too. It's very, I mean, it doesn't have too much of a story because it's a, a sandbox kind of, but it's more story focused than action focused, I would say.
yeah. But an action game like my current obsession, Deadlock, right now, that's all
Yeah.
action. There's barely any
That's all
story. There's a
action.
smidge of lore on each character, and that's literally it. I'm sure they'll add a little more, and it doesn't need a story to be good because the action in the game is what's fun, the online multiplayer aspect and the dynamics of each game, and that's what drives. I want to play it all the time. I want to replay it. I literally been playing it almost every day since I've gotten access to it, and that's fine too. It just depends on what you want your game to be, because like Deadlock is super fun and I will sing its praises. I have so much fun playing that game, but it's not leaving an impact on me. Link's Awakening was fun in its own right, but I'm not singing like Link's Awakening's praises because of the high-paced action. There's just not that much. There's some, but it's not the same thing. But the story
Yeah.
is going to stick with me for the rest of my life, I feel like. So I think it's not really fair to ask the question what's more important. It's more like, like what is the game that you're trying to make?
Like if you're gonna pick up a game, which do you gravitate more towards, games with high action or high story?
Yeah, or like
Mhm.
heavy action, another good example would be like Hyrule Warriors. The story
Yeah.
doesn't matter. There is one, and it's fine. It's not stupid, but the story doesn't matter. What matters is the story being just enough to provide a sequence of you going from here to here to here in some believable sense. And what you really care about
And
is the super
beating the
awesome
shit
high
out of
paced,
enemies.
yeah, the high
Yeah.
paced action.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a really good way of doing it, is like Hyrule Warriors versus normal Fire Emblem with the turn based. Because like you have very story oriented, you just have combat because they have to have some sort of gameplay, so it's not just like an interactive storybook. And then you have Hyrule Warriors, which is basically an action game that has story to make it more believable to be a game instead of just like running around and killing shit.
I don't
Yeah.
think I have an answer then because I'm all over the place.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
I
I'm
play
not gonna lie.
visual novels, and I've played
Yeah,
through
and
all of Hyrule Warriors.
I guess we can make it more interesting by going the route that Kyle went of like what's more important to you.
Yeah.
I think
I
a good story improves the game significantly.
Yeah.
But if okay,
He's
Let's
gonna
think about
do
this,
the
right?
Last of Us example.
Not The Last of Us. I mean, that's actually a decent example because that game is so heavy story that the action doesn't balance it.
Well, that one is also a more story-driven game than an action-driven game,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, it like the only issue is that if you go into The Last of Us expecting a lot of action and you don't get it, then you're going to be disappointed. But that's not what the point
Yeah.
of the game was. That's like the flip side, where like the story in Hyrule Warriors is as important as the action is in The Last of Us. It's not there as the main point. It's there as to provide you, in that case, a reason to get from storyline to storyline, the chapter to chapter connections.
Yep.
The Hyrule Warriors example is actually a really good.
Yeah. For me personally, I guess it would have to be action though, because like games like Deep Rock Galactic and stuff, I can just run that all day. Just
That's what
because.
I'm saying. Is like, there's so many games that I play that I consistently come back to because of I just love their core action loop, their core gameplay loop,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
way that it makes me feel whenever I'm just like absolutely destroying bugs in Deep Rock Galactic, or I'm, you know, fighting enemies in Deadlock, or I'm, tearing apart Mithrix's asshole in freaking Risk of Rain. It doesn't matter. Like, I'll gravitate towards those every single day over like a story driven game.
Yeah.
As much as I love, story driven games, and I'll
No,
play them
definitely.
pretty much the
But
same amount, but I won't come back to them after I finish
I
them
do kind of
probably.
agree. Yeah, I do kind of agree with that. It's like I kind of know like all the twists. I know all the whole story. I know how it ends. So it's harder for me to come back to it. Not that
Yeah.
it's bad, but it's like, you know.
Well, Grant, it was your question. What you haven't given
I'm really
much of an
I'm
answer.
really struggling because a lot of me wants to agree with you guys. I'm in a very similar boat. Deadlock, Deep Rock Galactic, Bayonetta,
Hmm.
Bayonetta.
like that will keep me coming back. But does keeping me
Yeah,
coming back
I get that.
make it better?
make it
Because
better.
like I keep going back, I keep gravitating back towards the Link's Awakening storyline. Games or like Stardew Valley, the whole like it's just so meaningful, like it makes, and I really don't want to describe action games like this, but it sometimes action games are just kind of like slop. It's like McDonald's, like
That's true.
like
Yeah.
it's good and I'll eat it for sure, and I'm probably going to eat it more than I should, but there's no depth to it, and that's not a bad thing. Obviously I
So
keep going and playing those
I
games,
definitely
but
understand
like I
that though.
can't decide if the games that are like super fun to play, and that's really just kind of their whole thing is the fun gameplay loop, if is that more important to me than the games that I've played that have stuck with me from their story, the stories that they've told and the meanings that they push. It's it's a really tough choice.
so
When
I
you
really
put it
want to
like
say
that, I
in
do. Go ahead, Alex. I'm sorry.
I do want to say that in general, I do think for games, action might be a little more important, but I generally think I finish more games just because I'm like, oh man, what the heck's gonna happen in this story?
That's fair.
Yeah.
I
Because
mean,
like,
there's
I think,
always gonna be games that just click, and because of the story, you're just like, I love this game. The story is amazing, and
well,
like
I've
with
act,
you and Link's Awakening, Grant, it's like one of those things that just sticks with you for so long, and you always remember it.
I think I've actually got a different example.
Okay.
I played through all of the Uncharted games that are available on modern consoles because you can't play one because Tony's a jerk. Um, but
Well, if you had a PS3, I
there
would lend
is
it to you.
yeah, there's a chapter in uh the first game that is awful. because it's just like endless waves of enemies, and I don't know. I just didn't like it, but I kept going because I really wanted to finish that story.
Yeah.
I think I've got an interesting point that kind of breaks this question in half, and that is horror. Because
Mm.
Okay.
like at first I started down this thought of like the uh what's the name of the series? Man of Medan. What's that series?
Dark Pictures Anthology.
Yeah, so that not a whole lot of
Mhm.
action, I would say. I mean,
No,
there's a lot
they're
of tense
very
moments because it's horror, but there's not a lot of action in the gameplay. But the story is really what's there, especially because it gives you choices and there's different endings and stuff. So, but then I kind of went down that horror timeline and went to Resident Evil 7. Okay, what's more important there? And I don't think either one of those is more important than each other in a case like that because horror works best when you have context, but it's you have to have meaningful
a
action.
good
You've got to
action.
have the scares. You've got to have the tense, the moment to
The
moment
boss
decision
fights
making.
with
Yeah, the boss
Jack
fights,
Fisher.
the crazy shit going on. But and like that crazy stuff doesn't matter if you don't know the story behind those people and how screwed up it really is in Resident Evil 7. And
That's a good.
the story is a good story on its own,
That is.
but until you play through it and experience that action and you see and you know fight Jack Baker in the garage or you go through that
Mm.
whole schizo sequence with the brother or you know name anything in that
That's a
game.
nice car, Ethan.
Yeah. Let's go for a drive. Like it
Yeah, when you put it into the context of horror, that does kind of flip me around because in terms of horror, like I listened to a podcast called the Scared to Death podcast. I don't know if any of y'all have heard about that podcast before, but I loved that podcast. And if you like horror stories, if you like, scary stories, highly recommend checking it out because they do every week they release like as these two people are on that podcast and they bring stories that they hear from other people and they share them on the podcast, and it's always like super exhilarating to hear the stories because you're like, oh, tense spooky story time. And whenever you go into a horror game setting, I care more about the story than I do the action. But I feel like every other game context, it would be the opposite for me.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just because I can sit there and listen to horror stories like on repeat all day and not
I
be
don't
bored at all.
I haven't heard of that one, but I listened to a similar one. It's called Heart Starts Pounding where they tell old wives' tales and spooky stories from cities. They got me hooked from an episode on the Disney parks. They did a story or a episode
That's cool.
based on some like old spooky tales about dead people in Disney and stuff. So
That's
yeah,
cool.
it
You might get Cameron to watch that one if you send it to him.
yeah
He
I'll have to
really
find it
likes
again.
promoting offhand
What's it
Disney's.
called again? I'm gonna put it on my watch list or my listen list.
Heart Starts Pounding.
Heart starts pounding. Okay.
Cameron
To
likes
be fair, the
promoting
intro
offhand
gets
Disney.
pretty stupid and annoying after like the second time. So
Well,
be
it's
prepared
fine.
to
I can
skip
just
some,
skip
skip,
30
yes,
seconds ahead.
skip that BS. But the storytelling's pretty good. So
I feel like a lot of them have dumb intros. Like they've either got really simple, like for all like things like this, they've either got simple intros like us, or it's like dumb. Like they're like, here's spooky sounds and yelling and screaming, and here we are.
yeah, it's super. It's like goofy, dramatic too. She's like whispers into the mic all ASMR, like it's that feeling when the air in the room shifts, and then there's just 30 more seconds of her being all ASMR weird, and there's like creepy ghoul sounds in the background. It's so goofy.
Oh, look, I kind of
Dude,
nailed
it's
it.
so goofy.
Oh my gosh.
I kind of understood the prompt. I got the voice wrong. She whispered to yell, but it's kind of the same because I was like,
Scared to Death intro is not like weird, but I would recommend turning down your headphone volume at the start of it.
all right, Haley, what's your
It's a
vote?
bit loud.
yeah, what do you like more, Haley?
I don't know. It is a hard question. I would definitely have to say story, though, if I have to choose. Kind of along the same lines of what you said, Grant. I remember the story more than action of the games I play.
Yeah, it's it almost comes down to like what genres do you like more? Because that's probably going to determine your answer.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, your horror question got me thinking because I was like, well, what do I remember? And I'm like, I remember a lot of the Resident, especially two stuff with like Sherry. But then I'm like, I also really remember boss fights, but is boss fights really action?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Is
because
it?
they have to be.
Well, I guess
Otherwise,
so,
you're
but
gonna
like,
turn it off and be like, "This is stupid."
I guess like probably one of the bigger memorable moments in Resident Evil is into you. You're either Claire or Leon. It doesn't matter, but just if you're Leon, you're fat, so you fell off the ladder, and the only way forward is through the burning helicopter, and you go there, and there's Mr. X right there lifting the helicopter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I I think my final answer is gonna have to be story, and
I
it really
agree.
upsets me because my needle's really in the center. Because like me not picking action, like there's so many examples I can list of that, like Mario and Smash Brothers,
Mario
and
was the big one I was thinking because who cares about the
yeah, no one needs a story.
Like
It's a Mario game.
Yeah.
the
it's
base
time?
Mario games don't need the story. I think
It's almost 99% of the time.
I
Bowser has kidnapped Peach. Get on it.
I think for
Yeah.
me
Agreed.
it's probably 60-40 action and then story. Because like I said, a good story is going to elevate good action. A bad story is going to be ignored as long as the action balances it. Super heavy story, like there's a very fine line for a story heavy game, right? You've got ones like Last of Us or
Well, I have played lots of story heavy games.
But
Ace
even then,
Attorney.
no, but
Ooh, a wall.
no,
even
there's
like a
a
lot of the
fine
really
line
good
though, like
story games
between
have really good
uh
action too.
true, but that fine line can dip into like The Order, where it's just uh any actual action is uh quick time.
I watched a video recently how the order is based. What they said. Like it was them
You
working
might,
out everything,
you're gonna
and
have to
then
try that again.
that the
You,
order is basically their prototype for a real game, but they're not going to get the real game.
oh
Oh yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Like maybe I want to change my answer because like I won't pick a game if just because it supposedly has a good story. Like that's why there's a lot of Sony games that I just don't play because they're mostly story focused. But like despite how most of the games that I care about and play all the time are heavily action focused, like
Well,
I think to me it's more important when a game can have such an impact to stick with me, like Resident Evil 7 or Link's Awakening
I
or
need
something like that.
both. I need it to have a good enough story that I'm hooked, but like good enough action that I won't just drop it. Like,
Yeah, I
that
agree.
plays.
I think that's probably where my answer actually is that the games that I only really care about have a really solid answer for both.
Mm.
I guess Mario doesn't really, but Mario's Mario.
Yeah, but
See,
Mario's
Mario doesn't
action.
need a story at all.
No.
Mario is an action game.
Like I'll throw down a Mario Party and Mario Kart, and I guess that's kind of an answer. But I also play Ace Attorney, which
Like
does
it,
have action, I guess, in the courtroom, and that's really fun. And that's
I
what I really
think
love that
when
about the
you
game, but the big part is
when you look at specific lenses of certain genres, or even like the little subsets like a Ace Attorney, it gets very nitpicky.
the question is, what are you playing, and is it doing its job? If it's
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
doing what,
that's the actual question.
To not seem like I'm totally shitting on Sony here, I have another good one. God of War, the new series, the Nordic themed
That
ones.
one's
haven't
supposed to have
played, I
The
should play them.
the action is, I think, the best part of that game. God of War is so
Yeah.
much fucking fun.
But
It's just so much fun.
But that's always been God of War. Is it like in God of War 1, 2, 3, before they did this new series of God of War games? There was basically no story at all except you're Kratos, you hate Zeus. Now go kill every single Greek
Yeah,
god that exists.
that's a fair
Wait,
point.
which
So,
one's 5? No, which one's 4? My bad. Is that
um,
the reboot?
Yes.
4 is the reboot.
Reboot-ish, not reboot
Yeah,
because there's references to the old
4 is
ones,
the
but people
reboot.
think reboot.
4 is the reboot, quote unquote.
And then 5's
And then
Ragnarok, and then there were
yeah,
a bunch of spin-offs on like the
basically you
PSP
have
and
God
stuff
of
that
War,
are
God of War
also
2, God of War
canon.
3, and then you have God of War, the new God of War that's like over the shoulder third person instead of top down third person. That's technically God of War 4, and then Ragnarok would be 5.
Yeah,
I
and
mean, I don't think it's technically when I've seen people point out the references to.
There's definitely quite a few references, but it's also a very distinct storyline from God of War 1, 2, and 3. So
yeah, I like God of War pre-reboot is basically just another Hyrule Warriors example, just good old hack and slash. Uh, but the reboot elevated itself, I think, because it didn't lose
definitely, yeah,
its background, but the story is a very, very good
way better.
one, and it gives you a reason to kind of get emotionally invested, which makes the action that much more better because now you're putting yourself in the shoes of this pissed off dad that just lost his wife and now has to raise his son, who's a teenager, so he's an asshole.
Yep.
Having to go through all that,
I mean,
and like it makes you more
I've
angry, so
seen
you
the
can
gift
really feel
from.
it. And then when you throw that fucking axe at people and you just explode their
It feels
head, it
so
makes it
good.
so much better, dude. It's just
It
it
just
hits so
feels
hard.
amazing.
Yeah.
And then you finally get the chains of chaos and you go through all the shadows of his past and you finally claim them. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I feel like
I
God of
love that
War's
game.
always tried to have a story-ish though, because you got in the early games this quick time event.
Yeah, I mean you have quick time events, but it's basically just because they know that the
No,
story
like
kind of
what
drones on.
the
And they're
one I
like,
played, I posted though, is
which
designed
one?
to be.
Okay, yeah. But again, in all of the God of War games, there are quick time events during story moments to keep you invested because they know that you're playing God of War for the action.
So I'm gonna change my answer. I'm gonna say
It's not that the
action
story is
because for
bad.
me, I will play a game that stands on action way more than I will play a game that stands on story. But I think games with a good story that can hook me in with just a pinch of action, even, are gonna be the ones that are most impactful to me. So yeah, I like Cameron's answer of 60-40 action to story. I think.
I'm gonna keep my answer.
I mean, it's fair enough. You play a bunch of story-driven games all
You
the
do play
time.
a
You
lot
do
of
play a
story-driven
lot of
games.
Yeah.
story-driven games. I
So
think I'm gonna keep it. I mean, I said it very strong out the gate. I'm sticking with it. I gravitate toward and enjoy more action games.
Oh yeah.
Um, and again, like y'all said, a good story with a little bit of action is good enough for me. Um, and you know, a game with an amazing story that leads perfectly into the action, like in a lot of horror games, is great. I love it. I have no
But yeah, I think at the end of the day, I mean, action will stand on its own way better
yeah,
than a
than
game
story does.
yeah, than story can. Unless, and that's why I think this question is what's more important to you, because for someone like
My
Alex who does
argument.
enjoy visual novels and that kind of thing, those games can very well just stand on story and they don't really need a whole lot else. And that's fine.
Yep.
It just depends on, what you're into.
Yeah. Cooper, you haven't talked
to
in a
be fair,
Oh,
I'm all over
oh,
the gaming space.
Yeah, it's hard.
yeah, yeah. No, definitely. It's got to be action
And we
driven.
all are, which is the problem. Like
No,
we
for
all play
sure.
so many games that it makes it so hard to
Mhm.
actually narrow it down to,
Yeah.
you know, this or
What
Mine
it,
that.
it's
too.
more like, what am I in the mood for? Do I want to play a lot of action, or do I just want to stay back and
See, but that's
let
the
the
thing for
story do the
me.
heavy lifting?
I don't know. Like,
The thing is, like, if
It's
I
kind
if
of
I'm
like,
not playing extreme action, then usually I'm just sitting there playing like something mindless and listening to either an
yeah,
audiobook, a podcast, or a YouTube video in the background. So I don't need the story as much because if I'm going to play a game that's not an action game, then it's going to be some like mental slog that I can just do in the
Brain rot.
background while
yeah.
my mind focuses on this like actual like book or podcast or whatever I'm listening to, actually listen to that instead of, you know.
Yeah, what category does Subway Surfers fall into?
story game. But if I'm playing
Yeah,
something
I
like
have to
Hyrule
have.
Warriors or Vampire Survivors, I've usually got something in the background while I'm playing them.
Yeah, me too.
Because I would say like games like
That's the same with me. If it's, specific games.
yeah, yeah, like Cal, like sorry, like Cal was saying though, like definitely like simple games. I don't know, like it, like especially after like getting off like a late shift. Like if I'm getting off like a close shift or whatever, I definitely do like the simple games. Nothing crazy. I don't mind action games, but like like Among Us for example, or like Peggle, just something like I don't have to use my brain all that much. I just relax, and those aren't really story or action driven.
Yeah.
But I definitely
But
would
I would
pick
say
probably
because there's no story at all and you're still at least doing something,
something
I would say
that's
they're
technically
quote unquote action.
action. Yeah,
Yeah,
You
action's
are
kind of a
you are
broad term.
performing
Yeah.
Yeah, you are performing
Yeah.
an action, but it is not an action game.
yeah. I would definitely have to say do. I probably prefer action driven games more this because I don't have to think as much or remember
Yeah.
as much. I like being stupid, and I
Yeah,
can't be
Me
stupid if
too.
there's a story.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
clearly can in choice based ones. You're just most likely gonna, if it has death, you're probably gonna kill everyone. Sometimes that's that's
Crazy.
just fun. Not like something shorter would be fun. What is it? What's the big one that escaping me? The just Mass Effect. I would never run the stupid campaign of Mass Effect because they're way too long.
hmm
Yeah, story does have a tendency to get in its own way more than too much action. Not saying it can't happen, but I think you see that more with story driven games.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
guess on the idea of action, sometimes they try to give you too much to do.
That's that's fair. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not impossible for there to be too much action. And when you get to that point, usually that's just because it's like there's so much stuff that typically the game is underdeveloped. Like none of the mechanics are good enough because they put too
Keep
many
you
of them
yeah.
and they're all half-assed instead of cutting the number of mechanics in half and really developing those to be fun.
Yeah, but the thing of like story getting in the way, I can't even count the number of times when I'll be playing a game and, I'm just tootling along whatever, I'm doing, I'm just playing the game, having fun, and then random cutscene pops up and I'm just like, okay, I don't want to watch this right now, skip, so I can keep on
Yeah.
doing whatever the fuck I want to do. Like, even if it's a game that I'm somewhat invested in the story, I feel like if it interjects in the action, most of the time,
As the guy,
I don't want to deal with it, bro.
I didn't like your story. I skipped every cutscene.
I don't skip every cutscene. Like a lot of games, I'll watch a lot of the cutscenes, but it's annoying whenever, like for me personally, I really enjoy actually having control over the character, and then
No, for sure.
a cutscene takes me out of control, and then I'm
Like,
like, well,
Yeah, it
dang.
can break up the action in a poor way.
Mhm.
I always have to mention at least one time in the every single episode of the podcast. Subspace Emissary,
Bruh.
probably a good.
Bruh.
This is why the control aspect,
But-
though, is why you've seen so many recent where they'll have conversations, but you've got to walk down a long hallway.
Yeah. Like,
Oh, you mean like conversational storytelling?
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah. But even
Like-
those, if you want to get like true meat of the story, you have to still sit there and run through every single dialogue
Mhm.
option, which can sometimes be tedious.
Kind of rough, yeah. But yeah, I think Subspace Emissary is like that perfect mix for me, where like you got a good bit of story where like it makes sense, nothing too crazy, and like a good amount of action. I think that for me
Cooper,
is
I
like
really hate to bring this to you, but Subspace Emissary has basically no story.
exactly.
Yeah, so it's Hyrule Warriors again.
Yeah,
There's
literally
enough. There's
Hyrule
enough.
Warriors.
Wait,
There's
it's
enough story
actually,
to get
yeah.
you from place to place, but that's not really what matters here.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. The race between I think it was Meta
It's
Knight
like-
and Lucario, bro. That was
Nah.
fire.
The Subspace
No, it's
Emissary
Ice
is
Climbers.
literally Subspace Emissary is literally, oh no, all your pieces are stoned now. Go save them. Oh, by the way, Taboo is at the end. Good luck fighting him. Oh, and then you have to, it's like, okay.
Okay, but Sonic coming in clutch, that was that. Oh, to this day, to this day,
To this
peak
day.
fiction, peak fiction.
Well, this was a
Okay,
great
well, I think
finishing
that-
topic.
Yeah.
I had a lot
we've-
of fun with this.
Yeah, this was a good
Yeah,
discussion.
thanks for
This
broaching
was-
the question, Grant. That's a good one.
Well, don't thank me. I think Alex put it on the sheet. I just pulled it
I
out of the
did.
list. Yeah,
Good
Oh.
question, Alex.
Alex is the real magic maker here. I just talk.
Well, thanks for suggesting it, Alex.
Yeah, good one. This is a good discussion. That's going to end it for us here. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please share us with a friend. We post every Wednesday, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, youtube.com/StormwindGames. Anywhere that you get your podcast, you can find us. Add us on Twitter at AllNightGamers with a K. What's more important to you, action or story? Is it both? Do you not really care? Let us know. What did you like of the state of play? Are you paying $5,000 for a PS5 Pro? Be sure to add us on Twitter, and we'll be back here next week for more gaming news, talk, and discussion. As always, thank you so much for listening. Have a good week. Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye.
y'all.
Bye.
I